What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Venice Beach, California. I'm down here right outside of one of these police substations in search of what I was told and led to believe was a homeless crisis. Now, what you're seeing down here isn't the crisis that you might have thought you've been aware of, according to mainstream media. Now, the couple of things to take into consideration when you're looking around here. I've talked to a few folks, and all these trees that you're seeing on either side of me are a big part of today. Now, they went through and apparently they had to trim these trees, so they cleaned a lot of the camps out, a lot of the tents that you would normally see on the grass all around me. There's been a couple reasons that things have been in such a big flux with the homeless community here, the houseless community. I'm gonna try to work on that one here in Venice. Now, a couple of things to take into consideration are when there's always been a large homeless community here in Southern California. That's nothing new. One of the things that has changed, however, is this area is rife with tourism. This is, and I'll show you quickly around me here. All of this boardwalk frontage area here is, it's generated through tourism. The homeless community, mind you, is usually every morning what they've been doing, according to one of the officers that I spoke to, they do a sweep. They would do a sweep every morning. So they'd come through, they would clean everybody out, and then in the evening they would come back. So they'd have, someplace to sleep. One of the things that happens, however, was just the CDC went ahead and made some changes to the way things are being done due to COVID. Now, what they had in play right here in this, actually it was a precedent-setting case out in, and I might be saying this wrong, but I believe it's in Colorado. They weren't allowed to move a homeless person unless they had somewhere to put them. So, that being said, without another place to relocate the houseless population here, they were left to stay on the beach where they would normally be swept out in the morning. Now, one of the things to take into consideration with that is that whenever you have a stationary situation, right, you've got a tent, you normally have to pack that up, keep yourself very mobile. If you're having to move that every night, you're going to keep yourself pretty minimal and, compact. Well, when you've been told you don't have to leave, you realize that you have an opportunity to stay where you're at. You're going to bring out a chair, right? You're going to set up a chair. With your chair, you're going to want to have someplace to set, the things that you're looking at, whatever it might be. You're going to grab a table, and that human footprint starts to grow, mind you. So that's really what you saw a lot down here in Venice, and a lot of these places where the homeless population doesn't have to move and be as transient as they are by definition. So that human footprint grows considerably. Now, along with that, of course, there has been more of a community environment. Now, we're looking at some of the things that come along with the community, right? Now, there's going to be crime rates. There's going to be high or low, depending where you're at. There's going to be a change in all sorts of elements at play. Now, this year, due to the influx of people here in Venice, you have seen a radical spike in a lot of the crime rates. And I believe that the neighborhood had a 177% jump in cases of assault with a deadly weapon. You had a 162% increase of violent robberies, and some of the other statistics are up over 200%, which is, that's a staggering number, no matter where you're at or what demographic you happen to be looking at. That's a massive number. But what I can tell you, though, is being down here, what they've tried to do, and I don't know if it's as recently as of today, but they've tried to find other places to house the individuals that have been living on this beach. And you have seen things in the news where there have been assaults, tent fires, things of that nature. And I can't act like I'm not seeing what I see, but I'm coming in and there was a group of guys just literally right here on the side of this walkway. People, kids, everything going by. They just kind of got in a little circle and started passing around a meth pipe, and no discretion in that at all. And I think there's a certain element at play right now where people have just become accustomed down here to kind of doing what you want. So there is going to be lasting and residual effects of having an established community, right? So what we're going to do is take a walk around, talk to some folks, and hopefully get an idea of what it's really like out here. And in Venice, and I mean, is it really as much of a nightmare as people have been playing out to be? I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and see what we can do to find out. So there's a gentleman right here. Let's see if he wants to talk to us real fast. Hey, bud, do you have 2 seconds? You have 2 seconds to talk for us real quick?
Sure.
Cool, man. I'm doing just a live feed right here. We're talking about what was going on in Venice here with the homeless community.
Okay.
And how they had deemed to be a real bad crisis. And obviously you're local, you didn't walk in from Salem.
Yeah.
But tell me about Venice. What's going on here?
You know, man, I think of all neighborhoods in LA, this is known to have so much character for decades. It's tough. You know, you look pretty much from the Venice side north, it's lined with tents now. A lot of businesses went out of business, and then you look south of here and it's a lot cleaner. It's kind of a funky experience in itself. It starts to separate the neighborhood a bit, but I fucking love it. I'm an artist. You know, I can see murals I've painted from here, and
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
it's just cool to be part of this neighborhood, share my art. You know, so many damn characters here. So
Right. Now, I'm not seeing the
amazing.
tents that I was seeing on mainstream media. I mean, they had a portrait that there was, like right here, they had like villages that were set up, basically.
yeah,
Where did they all go? North.
they're cleaning it up though. You know, it's Venice Beach TV. They have a crew. They're doing a lot of like cleanup initiatives.
Okay.
And I think people are going about it the right way. They're getting to know the outdoor neighbors
Right.
and just kind of explain to them, hey, this is how it's affecting our neighborhood. What can we do to work with you and, you know, give you a better day-to-day experience or life.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you know what? I think everything always calibrates back to a balance. And, you know, I think Venice is a great neighborhood. It's been great for a long time. And, you know, it'll trend back to a safer place.
Love it, man. Where can people find your art?
They can find it at, I'm anonymous, so I'm actually not going to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys have seen his murals. They may not be commissioned murals, but they're there. I like that you're looking at something right now.
Yeah.
I love
some street ninja work, so
I love the
they're
street
around.
ninja work. Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal, man. Well, hey,
Cool, man.
Stay safe out there, brother. Thanks for the time.
All right.
Appreciate you. Street ninja work. I like that. So, yeah, I'm going to show you guys what's going on over here behind me. So, this is the substation that I was talking about. And to be really blunt as well, they got a zero upkeep on there. What up? What up? What's up? I don't know. But they got a bee problem all over the place. One almost got attacked by like 3,000 bees. It's terrible. Side note, has nothing to do with anything. But maybe we'll head up north here a little bit. Then we'll take our show on the road. We'll head up this direction. So, like you said, it's kind of divided the neighborhoods, right? So you've got up north here, the Venice Beach sign, and then down south. Now, the whole stretch, though, you're going to see that all of this out here is going to be full of vendors, and you got the skate park behind me over here. So we'll take a walk by that, take a look at it. Cyber ninjas, yeah, right. Street ninjas. This is a whole nother game, a whole nother ballpark here of work. But yeah, we'll get a chance to kind of see what's going on with that and talk to some folks. So I keep forgetting that I'm live right here, but I'm doing recording here. We're doing like some B-reel stuff, so you keep thinking I'm gonna cut, but that's not what we do. So bear with me here. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at the beach here real quick. Yeah. But this place is gorgeous. So bear with me for a sec. I'm gonna grab my my gear. Oh, you're good, man. You're all good. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, you can't see the beach. My bad. There you go. I'm gonna give you the beach. There it is. We'll get the camera here, and let you guys take a look at that real quick. Bear with me for a minute. All right. Tell you what, though, I packed a bunch of these lunches and food and drinks, thinking that there was going to be a large group of restless individuals, and we'll find some. We'll find someone. Sorry guys, I don't want you to get lost on what I'm doing out here. This thing has got a lean to it. I don't know how to straighten that out. There you go. June gloom, you got that right. People have talked about it, but I'm actually seeing it for the first time now out here. Didn't think they were serious. Actually, what's crazy is like as I pulled in, it was super nice up the beach, but well, apparently up north things get worse. Let's take a look and see if that's the truth. And I got my little fuzzy mic on now because the wind out here is crazy, so. All right. This. All right, cool. We got this. I'm about to give you guys the spins here real quick. Actually, no. Bop. That's not the way that goes. Damn you, technologies. There we go. We got you. 80 in the hood, huh? All right. I'll tell you what, though. The places that I have been, like up in Van Nuys and some of these other communities are, I mean, we'll take a look at those, too. But the houseless community there is, I mean, that's where I'm seeing some real issues. It's insane. So I'm going to hook this up real quick while I do this. This is why we don't do everything live. You wouldn't have to deal with this, but it's all part of the process. Boom. And we're in there. All right, cool. I'll tell you what was surprising was the crime rate, though. When they talked a little bit about that, that blew my mind. I know back in Seattle it's super sunny as well, so we are going to there we go. All right, cool. Boom. All right. 1 minute. So where do we got folks in from right now? Is everyone in on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook? I'm hoping that we got a pretty good blend of folks from all over the way. Sounds good. All right, Wisconsin's in the house. What's happening? So again, to catch everyone up, I'm down in Venice right now at the Venice Beach, the boardwalk, I guess is what they call it, right? So, thanks. Appreciate that, Val. Okay, let's take a stroll here. See what's going on down the way. I'm gonna have to have you guys do a mic check for me as well. Make sure that everything is, you can hear everything all right. Closed caption is messing up. It's really difficult for the hard of hearing. I rely on them. I'm not sure which platform is the problem. Oh, okay. I appreciate that. I don't know if we can change that though. I'm sorry. All right, let's take a look around here, y'all. Boom. We'll get that ultra wide going.
What's your channel?
CJ TV.
See, all right.
Might have. You from this area?
Huh?
You from here?
Well, yeah, I live here.
Oh, okay. What's going on, man?
CJ TV.
CJ TV, yeah.
Mine is Cloney Island.
Cloney Island?
Well, I used to grow weed, but I took it all off. You know, clones.
Yeah, I get it. It's clever. That's clever. I like it. CJTV, man, check me out. All right, brother, later. Let's take a look at some of the stuff over here. And then we'll get out to that skate park. Oh, sorry, I got the mic on here. All right. Yeah, please do. All right, brother. He said he's going to subscribe to the channel, which is cool. Picking up some new local viewers here. Oh, they got some street art going. Okay. Let's see what's going on with that. So this is one of those strips right here where they were having, like, people were cruising by and, oh, sorry. Right through here, and they had tents that were like set up around all of this right here. Let's see what's going on with this mural art they got going here. What are you working on, bro?
Throwing up a little piece, bro.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
What's it gonna be?
Lifer, bro.
Lifer.
Yeah, it'll come together. Just throwing up the fill.
Okay. You been doing this for a while?
Yeah, bro. All around the city.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I just met another guy, he's a surfer, and he was like, man, I got a mural that's right over here. And I was like, what are you doing underneath it? Well, actually, I shouldn't say. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like that.
Yeah.
You got a lot of street artists out here? A lot of folks that do what you do?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. It's LA. Capital. Everybody's out here doing this. What you doing, like a YouTube channel or what?
Yeah.
What kind of YouTube channel you have?
A little bit of everything, man. Mostly current events, things that are happening. I came out here to cover the homeless population that they had out here, the homeless crisis they kept saying.
That's in Skid Row, bro.
Where's everybody at?
Posted, bro. Fuck. Nobody wants help and shit.
Is that what it is, you think?
I mean, there's help, bro, everywhere, but I mean, some of these guys don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah. You grew up in this area?
Nah, I'm from East LA, bro.
East LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you? Where are you from?
Seattle.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Oh shit, so you're not even from LA.
No, I'm from the rainy city to the north.
You came over here just for this?
Well, yeah, I got some other stuff happening, but yeah.
Alright.
Try to travel around a little bit, see what's going on around the country.
So you're like a vlogger?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I do a live stream media show.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Fucking dope.
Yeah,
You
bro.
got all the cam set up and shit.
Yeah, we're working it. Hell yeah.
So is your first time out here?
No, I've been out to LA quite a bit, but yeah, we're just trying to kind of explore the city here a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna let you get back to it. Take it easy, brother. All right. Even these trees got tags on them. Whoa, he's just putting a base down, like he said. So he's got more to do. There's another cat over here. There we go. Hey. The Tesseract over on Twitch with those bits. Thank you very much. Look at this, man. These guys are cutting it in. It's actually pretty beautiful, Tracy. I mean, they're kind of like designated areas where they've had layer upon layer upon layer of art. These trees, I don't know how much say they had in it. Talk to these folks over here. Man, it's on the beach. I'm trying to find a spot where I can post for a second here. All right. Let's bop over here for a second. See what's going on. Oh, damn. Hold up. Woo. She's waves come in here. Watch this one right here. Awesome. All right. What's up? How y'all doing? All right. All right. Hey, do you mind talking for a little bit?
We don't mind.
That'd be cool. I appreciate it. My name's CJ. I'm doing I do a live stream show.
Oh, okay. I'm Mama Bear.
Mama Bear, here. Let me set up real quick. I'd love to get just talk to you folks about what's going on down here. It's just gonna be tough because you got a lot of sand going here.
I know.
This is a soft spot though. Let me get this undone here. There we go. Sorry, you keep doing what you're doing. I don't want to interrupt. Then I'll go ahead and get this dialed in here.
We teach other women how to survive out here.
Okay, I want to hear all about that. Hold on, so let me get this down here so we can talk a little bit about that. Oh, sorry guys. Bear with me a second here. All right, cool. Looking. Hey, I got some. I brought these snack bags too. If you guys want some. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. You guys want a soda?
Yeah.
Oh man, you like Pepsi or Mountain Dew?
Pepsi.
Pepsi? Okay. It's cherry Pepsi. I like to get exotic with it.
Yeah.
You want to do a cherry Pepsi? Or you want a Mountain Dew?
I'm a cherry Pepsi.
Cherry Pepsi, you got it. Oh, that's a regular Pepsi. Oh, I'm trying to spike you with a normal one. What's going on with that? What's going on over here? Up. We're down to regular Pepsi, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, okay. All right. Uh-oh.
I mean, do you have 2 Pepsi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. There's another Pepsi. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so, sorry, you said your name was what?
Mama Bear.
Mama Bear. What was your name?
Jazzy.
Jazzy? What's up, Jazzy, how are you?
I'm well.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit about being out here. You said you help women kind of learn how to be out here.
Yeah, we try to teach them different new skills. Like being independent. Don't matter if the job is recycling, just go out there and pick up cans and plastic instead of turning the body out there and stuff. Because there's a lot of pimps out here that try to be young girls out here.
So you're talking about these guys will like kind of trick these girls out.
Yeah, drug them up and everything.
Yeah.
We have been, within the 5 years, girls have been out here.
People that you know?
Some people have been out here for years.
Yeah. That's terrible.
And then parents, there's a couple of parents that have been out here for the kids. Some of the kids out here are foster home programs.
Okay.
And we're like, get your asses back home.
Right, right.
I said, this is not the place.
Yeah. So tell me a little about being out here. Like what brought you out? Like, have you been out here for a while?
Well, I've been out like 2016 because DCFS, they kidnapped my kids. When they did that, I had a bankruptcy on my business stores. I had my own retail shops. Had to do a bankruptcy, let go of my apartment because they were requiring me to do so many programs. I'm like, how do us parents get back on our feet if they keep asking us to do so many classes to get our kids? And I took it to federal court because the way they kidnapped my kids. And they didn't, the social worker, she didn't like me at all because I was exposing them of all the dirty works to them. And I would not sign no paperwork from the CFS or nothing. And it's already going 7 years I'm fighting this case.
So now, you've been out here for, how long have you been out, like out here on, what do you say? Do you say on the street or?
I call this place.
Just this place?
Yeah.
Been out in the wild?
Yeah, most people call it the gypsy lifestyle.
The gypsy lifestyle. I can get down with that.
Yeah,
I can get
just,
down with that.
and we just move around. That's how we do.
I see that a lot of folks have moved. From what they've seen in the last couple of weeks, there's a lot more
yeah.
encampments.
Because
throughout
they tell them, oh, we'll pay for the hotel, we put you in this shelter, but there's crime, there's hidden agendas in that
here.
and everything. I'm like, no, I'm not going to y'all FEMA camp. No, thank you. Because I went to one, oh, it's like prison. You had to tell them what your trailer number was and your car number. I'm like, no. I said, I gotta go. Because they want to go through everything of the car.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, no, there's a stipulation in that. It's a trick.
Do you feel like you have enough support out here to the things that you need, like the basic functions?
Basically, we really struggle.
Spending for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, there are decent beaches that have much more and much less traffic, which overkill, right? They have like mobile cemeteries.
Mobile cemeteries?
Sanitary.
Oh, sanitary. I was like, man, mobile cemetery. I don't know what that is. but it sounds
Mobile
good.
sanitary.
Sanitary,
It's like,
okay.
it's like a portal potty, but it's a portal.
No, and
mobile.
also just like washing your hands or
Yeah.
things like that where there's more access to it.
Right.
You have to remember that this is like a mental health situation, so like anxiety's high,
Right.
traffic's high.
I seen officers from North Hollywood, LA, dropping mental patients. And they just come and dump them there. And we're like, hey, y'all not from this? Y'all not Venice cop? What y'all doing here?
Yeah.
Then everybody will report them when they're dumping the patients. That's why there's a lot of mental patients. There's people that need some medications. They're not on.
Yeah. And that's everywhere. That's wild. And I think that, a lot of the people overlook, they get a really callous viewpoint. It's like, oh, well, they try to associate drugs and alcohol with all homeless people. But I think people have forgotten that, like, when you live in a hard condition on the street, there's going to be things that you need to kind of just to make it through. A lot of people go home from work out of 9 to 5 and they crack open a bottle and have 5 or 6 drinks, and that's okay. But
I got a bottle of wine in there.
hey, not to put you on blast, T, but my friend's wife woke up with a hangover from wine and a nice house, where they live. You know what I mean? And that's just, so it shouldn't be like put on a spectrum where it's like, just because you're homeless, you're not going to be immediately addicted to drugs. I'm 3.5 years sober, and I didn't have to deal with nearly the struggle that a lot of people
I've
have.
been sober from heroin a year already.
Congratulations, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's a
was
big
like my
accomplishment.
8th time getting sober from that.
Hey, every time's a time, though. That's beautiful. That's an
Yeah, and I
amazing
got
accomplishment.
my wife who she's been sober for 3 months already.
That's still.
I told her, if you
that's
get
even
back on that
almost-
shit, there's a divorce.
Well, I tell you, like that 3 months, man, that's a big one. That's a real,
Yes.
hitting that, like, and you're creeping up on some real landmarks, some real mile markers.
And she's looking better now. I'm like, damn, that's the girl I knew from the beginning.
Right. You're starting to get a little bit of your soul back.
Yeah, and you slowly to the community, people around, you start respecting people.
That's a big deal, too. Do you feel that, how do you feel you're viewed by the community out here?
Some people down look like they give it the most ugliest look. And I was like, yeah, y'all can keep on doing that look, but you know what? Some of us are the most humble people out here. They're going to do the most to help out the most. Because last year, when they put the sand in the skate park, I told my old man, his name is Sean Talley. He's the owner of part of the owner of the skate park.
Oh, wow, okay.
He's right over there in that group right there. And he's very famous, well known for documentaries and stuff.
Nice.
He's a surfer and a skater. And I told him, look, they put the sand, let's do this. Let's get shovels, brooms, everything. He got in front of the bulldozers, because they were about to bulldoze in the sand in, and he stood in front of them. He's like, no, y'all ain't coming in.
They were going to tear down the skate park?
They were putting sand inside. When
Oh,
we
they were
went
going
up,
to fill it.
they filled it up with sand, and we took the sand out.
You guys shoveled it all out.
Look up Venice Skate Park cleanup,
Okay.
May 2020. I come out on TMZ while I'm sweeping, broken glass with bare hands like that, where everybody with shovels and stuff.
Yeah. You're just coming in like a beast. Just-
Yeah, everybody came to him like, let's check out your girl sweeping with bare hands.
Right. Right.
And people be like, ain't you the girl from that TMZ? I'm like, no, that's not me. Yeah, it is, girl.
know
And I came out on Conquer the Wave magazine as well.
Okay.
And then barely just yesterday, one of the journalists, I don't remember what magazine, she took a picture.
That's cool.
I'm like, man, I gotta hide from these people, man.
No, you got to speak up for these people. I think that's a big deal.
And
There's not enough
you-
voices within the community that I think that you represent that really tell people what's going on, what needs to happen, what change that people go through.
What should these damn cops be doing? They're harassing the homeless.
What's up with this substation right here? Did they...
No, man. Somebody tried to set that thing on fire one night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They,
Really?
man, they do the most. They're the one who keeps harassing the homeless a lot.
They got trained killer bees too in that tree out front. You see those?
Yeah.
Careful. They got. I was kidding. I don't know if they trained them, but those things are dangerous.
Yeah, I didn't know they just harass.
Okay. What do they now? From what I gathered, I was talking to one of the officers earlier, and he was saying that they used to do before COVID. There would be all the tents would be here just as much as they would be before, but they would go sleep in the morning, and everybody would have to leave the beach. And
Yeah.
then in the evening, everyone would come back.
Yeah, but you know what? We may be under that COVID, and they not supposed to come and tell us, hey, I gotta bring our tent down. They still make them put the tent down. It's from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. And but these cops, they just come right in. They drive through here fast, and be like 10 at night, 11 at night. I'm telling you, oh, you gotta put your tent down. You're gonna. Hey, it's already 9. Y'all said we could bring our tent down.
Yeah.
We could put it up and bring it down at 6.
Yeah.
I said, and it's most of the LA cops
Oh,
that are
okay.
coming out here doing that.
Yeah.
And my partner, he filed suit against the Venice cop on one officer because the officer used to harass him on his racist stuff.
Okay.
And he used to drag him across the boardwalk on top of the hood.
What the hell?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Garcia,
Why?
I think it's Garcia.
Where does everybody
Because
go?
he's racist, he don't like black people.
Where does everybody go when they leave the beach? You said 6 a.m.
Yeah.
9 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's usually you can have tents up. But
Yeah, most everybody goes to Starbucks now.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's a big plug for Starbucks right there.
Yeah, they go to the one right here on Brooks.
Okay.
They go and they wait because they go over there to wait till the store open at 8 and go get the beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how they be doing. And mostly, like all of us recyclers, we're up going for coffee and getting ready to go cash in.
Yeah.
And then go back again, recycling cash in.
Now you say cash in, you're talking about turning in recycling.
Uh-huh.
Recyclable.
Yeah, because it's just a couple blocks from here. And I tell people, man, I said, man, don't be get caught stealing because y'all going to be doing that walk of shame. Walk of shame is when they get them for that, make them walk from here to here. But when you catch
Wait.
you stealing and not doing things that you're not supposed to.
They parade you from pier to pier naked. I have never seen anything like that.
Yeah, last year my man did that to one
The
guy.
gang members? Okay, that's not like the police.
Yeah, my man, he's from ST, South Tennessee. Last year, this an idiot comes back the third time. Like, oh, I was just returning your shoes. Returning the shoes, really?
Yeah.
And he did the walk of shame.
Now is that crime that's like people that are out here on people that are out here, like
Yeah.
houseless on houseless crimes type thing? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's when you got a lot of that street justice that comes into play. And that can be pretty harsh.
Yeah, I tell new people, hey, you're gonna be here, y'all wanna live here, please respect the food. Don't get caught stealing. Don't get caught doing things that you know better not to be doing.
Right.
Especially stealing people's bikes, skateboard, that's a big no-no here.
What are like the rules of the street? Like if you had like to put a list out, what would people need to know if they were going to be out
Do
there?
not respect the people's campground. Do not just walk up, announce yourself before you go up to the campground, which you're invited on the campground. If a woman is living by herself in her zone, like we're here, you cannot just set up tent where a single female is. You have to move somewhere else. You have to respect
Alright,
the
you
zone.
don't do that shit. I don't give a fuck.
You saying they don't do that?
There's so many rules that they break every fucking day.
It's because no one's not bringing it up.
Okay, but that's an hypocrisy on culture. Like if the culture as a whole understands that there are rules and then we're studying watching, the leaders do the opposite, then what exactly is that?
Now, you said something. You said the leaders.
Right.
So is there kind of like a spoken and or unspoken like hierarchy or leadership?
Like my man, he's triple OG.
Okay.
He told me the things that.
People that don't understand, you're talking about triple OG is like those are like the originals.
Yeah.
Like OGs, triple OGs. We're talking original gangsters, what that term refers to. But these are people that have been out, like doing it from the beginning of the hustle. So like these are guys that have been doing it for minutes.
There he is right there. Hey! Hey! You want to talk to him? I can bring him.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, let me go get him.
Okay.
I mean, he could give you more information on this.
Yeah. You seem to have a different feeling about stuff out here.
I'm more on the honest side.
On the honor side? It might be hard for people to hear you just because you're masked up, which is fine. But it's okay. Do you find that you get harsher punishments from the police or not if your house is out here than if you were somebody else, a tourist that was like peeing on a tree or something like that? Like if they say, hey, don't do that type thing, or we got a little friend here. So you got on a Gucci jacket? He's a lost little dog. He's just his owner though. Oh, that's.
Yeah, he's coming.
Oh,
He
okay.
said yes.
Cool. I thought that was him. I was like, oh, he's coming with his dog. That's cool.
He's the one with the brown jacket.
Nice.
Hey!
Double check my camera to make sure we can see everything. Oh, sorry guys, I'm gonna get right up in the middle there.
Pat! Pat, the interview right here! Pat, the interview! Right here!
He got lost.
Well, fuck you, Pat!
He decided not to be involved, huh? It's all right.
I always talk him out. Because he always make me go to these stupid interviews. I'm like, ugh.
Just gonna double check and make sure everyone getting in.
Even his friends on a gold pack. And he doesn't know his nieces and nephews.
Man, so this June gloom is a real deal out here.
Yes, it gets cold. Usually about this time, it's warm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, last year was warm, this year's like cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while it's getting cold, I'm gonna cut out and let you guys finish setting up your tent. I know you want to get some shelter going and get your evening started.
What are you gonna do tonight?
I'm just walking around right now, talking to folks for now.
And you could go, talk to some people right there in the skate park, some of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can tell you more about the cleanup and everything, how we just got together. I mean, I spread the word out. We have people from international that came down here to help us.
Yeah.
And it took us a while. And the video showed the cops entering the skate park, and they turned around and left. They're like, nah, we're not dealing with this.
Yeah, we got other things we could be doing.
Yeah, because they seen everybody with shovels, brooms, and everything. They're like, nah, never mind.
All right, Mama Bear.
All
I
right.
appreciate you taking the
You're
time.
welcome.
Thank you so
Appreciate you
much.
as well. There we go.
On the quiet one, but maybe later on, we'll talk again, okay?
Yeah, if I'll swing back by. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of just bopping up and down, but I'll definitely come back through.
Yeah,
All right,
by
so-
then I'll be having my bottle popped open.
It'll be a whole different interview then, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate y'all taking the time, seriously.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Gotta go to the bathroom, girl. I'm like looking at the rest, I'm like, oh. But look at the tent.
There we go.
I found this brand new on the beach in the box.
What?
Yeah.
That's a blessing right there.
It is. That's another thing. People be stealing people's tents, everything out here.
That's not good. I mean, it's like you can't steal someone's house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, just gotta ask for them.
All right, y'all. We'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
All right. Again, my name's CJ. I've said it before, but just want to tell you again.
Alright, thanks, CJ.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Take care.
See you over there.
Look, there he is
All right.
there. Go with you.
On the bike?
Yeah.
Oh, I,
Hey!
He's going over there with you.
I'll give him a shout out. All right. Let me check some comments here. Sorry, guys. I didn't have the comments on because I wasn't over there. I couldn't look at them. So now we're strolling, heading over here by the. Let me do this real fast.
I need one of those for real.
You get the whole rig set up. I got another one in my bag here too. Yeah.
Is it Amazon?
Sam?
No, it's Joby, and then I've got a tripod that I use, and then I've
You
got
got 3 different cameras on there.
your GoPro. Then I use this one to run that one, and this one does my live feed. So yeah, it's working. Where's the ocean behind me? Oh, you're saying wherever you're at, there's no ocean view. Let's take a look at the skate park real quick. And then there was that dude Head they were talking about. See what his story is. Wait. All right. Actually, I got stuff dangling off me here. I got to get reset up here. Uh-oh. Tesseract killing it again. I'll be right back. Oh, what's up, bud? We were just hanging out earlier. We're good. Yeah, because I got the mic in play right now. Oh, shit. This whole thing isn't even set up this whole time? Oh, my God. Get out of here. Let's go over here real quick. Hold up. All right, we're going back over there real quick. I just realized this whole time ago I didn't have the mic plugged in. Classic. This thing isn't even. What a dodo I am. Alright. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna set this mic up here real quick so if we got cut down on the wind. He just took off again. Okay. Is this better now? Alright, this should be a lot better now. Man, I tell you guys, I'm the worst. Let's do this.
Last year we had a rescue of 2 roosters that were abandoned here.
2 roosters.
Yeah, and then this year I went to go rescue a baby chicken and finding out there were roosters. Everybody like, here, Mama Bear, with roosters. I said, but these are babies, they don't crow yet.
Where are you finding chickens and roosters and whatnot?
On the beach.
On the beach.
Yeah, there was the ones we had last year, they were abandoned right there. Pixie and Dixie.
Dixie?
Dixie and Pixie.
Dixie and Pixie. Okay, okay.
And there were 2 male roosters. Here he comes. It took him a minute because of his old injury from the hip. He needs emergency surgery done.
Who does? The chicken?
Yeah. Him. But he's still skateboarding. But
Oh,
yeah, I told him I want him to get his surgery done so he can get back in the water again.
Oh, there we go. What's up, my man? How are you? You made it. We've been trying to link up.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. I'm gonna set this up right here. If you want to take a seat and chat with us for a minute, man, that'd be great.
All right, you got two.
You don't have to do anything.
Where's the going this one?
Wherever you want to go, man. No, you want to sit on any chicken.
That way y'all get the
Yeah, right.
you know.
There we go.
All right.
Cool. I'm gonna set this right here.
All right,
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, pet?
He said, uh-huh.
Can we do it on the other side?
Yeah, we can go wherever you want, man. Yeah, no worries. Let's do that. One second, y'all. There you go.
I'm gonna drink some wine.
I don't know, but anybody, man, she scouted me out, huh? You just stalking me, lady?
Oh, me? Yes, me. I'm telling you, I thought people always taking documentaries and stuff, follow me. So you're gonna be start getting into it with me.
Stop stalking.
Hey, I love being your stalker. You're cute.
She was saying all sorts of good stuff about you. She was talking you up.
I can imagine.
We go post up over here.
Sorry for me.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
I'll follow you.
Let me see. I wanted to ask you about look at this. What up, bud? Hey, buddy. So what you want to do the documentary with the based in all that you have like a just what is your basic topic of?
Oh man, originally to talk about the homeless crisis that they were talking about out
Oh,
here.
we're talking about homeless.
Yeah, but then kind of came down to just like being out here on the hustle and like being in the street. She was saying, I mean, she used the term triple OG. That's how it worked out. I had to explain kind of what that meant to the viewers.
I
here.
want to see what I'm getting my about something different. What I'm into is like.
Nah, man, anything you want to talk about, however you want to talk about it, man. This is.
And then the homeless situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I can just phrase that into skating.
However, yeah. I'll post it up right here, actually. We can just chill right here if you want. Tell me.
I'm trying to, I don't want to do nothing. Yeah, we can do it right here.
Yeah, man.
But you can put your camera probably.
I was
aiming this way where you can see it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a good point of this side because there's a good thing because you'll see the homeless, and then it's like I'm gonna put it in a point where some homeless people start skating, turned out to everything they had was skateboards.
Okay.
You know, I'm giving something to say. I really can't go for it, but I'm just thinking. I hate to say something that don't know what I'm talking about.
No, man. Hey, there's no wrong answer, no wrong thing to talk about out here at this one. So I tell you what. I mean, wherever you want to sit, stand up.
Go on the other side.
Yeah, that's it.
Parking over there, and we're in this one.
Sure, man. Sure. We're gonna roll over here and chat for a minute. I know I'm live.
Them fellas over there, there's some wildcats. You can see them, they be looking.
Oh
See
yeah.
them looking at me. Yeah. I love those guys.
All right then.
That's clever. But they ain't here too.
Okay. You gotta spread. Still got the bike, huh? It's intense.
Homeless. Man, it's homeless. This is what you do. So they all they had to do was they had nothing else to do. When you're homeless, what up? Yeah, respect.
And you really are the guy around here, huh? Oh, there's a speaker right there. That's the problem. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to hear you then with that speaker running though. Might have to walk down over here or something. All right, cool.
Ripping, shredded what? Both. He's like ripping, shredded, and all that. Like that. These are the boys right here. This is my family right here.
That's what's up. What's up, y'all?
Chilling.
Really having a good time.
Good time indeed for all of you.
You guys all known each other for a while now, or this like from the skate scene?
Well, I've known him for a while. It's like
Long time.
long time, man.
We've been down some long hills together. If you know what that
Man, he
means.
reminds me of when I was a little kid, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fat ass. Ripping shit up. Woo! Sit down here.
Let me swing around here. I'm gonna come and talk. I'll come to the outside actually. Yeah, you can stay right there. I can come and talk to all you. You guys good with that?
Oh, no.
All right. Try not to fall on my face over here. So you grew up out here in Venice?
Yeah, we used to for a while. A long time, actually.
Born and raised in there. This is great.
Camera angles.
I love this guy.
We're working on it.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, it's just skating. Having fun.
Well, skate. Hey, it's out here. They get off the streets. They kind of get a chance to do something that's going to be kind of more productive. That's something they push for kids out here.
Yeah, I usually tell people like, hey, if most people that grew up here, like gangbangers, they all skating. It's like, doesn't matter.
Really?
Skate, surf, whatever.
Then you guys all kind of have
Want to
like
get your issues out?
your issues out. Sorry, I was gonna get away from that speaker. It's kind of loud.
It's the culture right here, man. Skateboarding was born here. Otherwise, but hey, I think skateboarding was here, born here.
Right.
So, you know, it's like, hey, it's, no lie, it's like, we didn't really have shit out here. All we had was that, the pavilion.
The pavilion.
Pavilion ain't there no more.
We ended up with that over there. The city was like, you know what, they just slapped us in the face for that shit, like, oh man. So Jesse and a couple of other cats rounded up and rallied to get a skate park.
What happened when they wanted to fill in the skate park?
Oh, I was like, I heard about it. I wasn't really here. I wasn't really here for that. I was mostly traveling outside, but the city wants to keep people out and, you know, skateboarding. But
I can tell you about when they did.
skaters always find a way. Skaters always find a way.
Yeah. How you guys had to shovel the sand out yourself? Like they filled this thing in last year?
Well, you know, it's on the beach. You know, it's like a lot of people socially distance here. Like, it's like, you know, even though like the whole thing about the virus and thing is about like, you know, really stressful for people. But you know, skateboarding is always going to be there for people. As long as, you know, skateboarders are mostly people that go out when they feel healthy and they don't feel anything bad, but
Yeah.
you know, we all take the necessary precautions to keep each other safe, you know?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing is bad. That's the whole stick about us, you know, like we skate we don't go out when we're feeling bad. We go out when we're feeling good, feeling healthy pretty much. You
Yeah.
know, we take all the necessary precautions in case to keep each other safe. Also. So, you know,
I get out the way
it's fun, you know?
so I don't get ran over.
You talk about skating, but everybody's this way.
Yeah, that's a good point. Uh-oh, I got you.
I don't know. Now you want to see something that's gonna tickle a motherfucking fancy?
Yeah.
What you been doing out there, man? There's some things we can do to motivate us.
How you do that? Oh man,
Right.
This is what I do. And everybody love me all around the world. So why? Just the rumors, but who cares? Anyway, skate park, baby.
There you go.
Check out my homeboys and my nephews and all them.
Hey, so y'all know the mic cuts out because the music, man. Once I have a music that comes on that I don't have a copyright for, they'll come in and they'll shut my mic off.
Well, that's what I guess.
Yeah, I'm with it.
But I don't even know what
Honestly, man, I'm just getting a vibe for.
I don't know what you really think.
Honestly, man, I'm just out here getting a vibe for Venice. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what everyone's trying to say it is, or what people were saying it was.
No, but you asked the wrong person the wrong question. You asked him the question that I had.
Yeah,
I was the one that took all the second.
yeah.
I was the one that came.
Heard you stood in front of bulldozers as well.
Yeah, I was battling the bulldozer. Staying in front of them, I was going against them.
Okay.
They putting it in, I was shoving it out. I shovel. I had these little bulldozers shoving shit in. I'ma stay here until it kills me, or I'll finish it. And you can stop, and I'll keep on going until it kills me, or until I get all this shit. You know what? Cut it all out. Thanks to the community and everything. It took me about 4 or 5 days. By myself, cleared out the little bowl, cleared out the snake run, cleared out, and everybody started helping me. It
Yeah.
seemed like, damn, we should get this shit out of here. Bulldozers stopped. The cops were sitting on their little horses looking at me laughing like, this guy's got to be nuts. Then everybody started coming in to help in. Made some fools out of them assholes. But anyway, we got a park back. We never lost it anyway.
Right.
They just decided to do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
But we ain't keeping us back for nothing. Do it look like any of these guys gonna let something stop them? Check them out. Yeah, Jason!
Yeah, let me know if you can hear everything in the mic too.
Damn, look how big them damn waves.
That's what I was seeing earlier. There's no joke.
Yeah, look at that motherfucker right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's a little snack.
I'm gonna walk up here a little bit, then I'm gonna come walking back. All right?
Hell yeah.
You gonna be
But
here?
next time I have something better for you.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I know it's starting to get dark and that whatnot. I want to make sure I catch a little bit of the stretch here.
Oh, you know, yeah, that's what you're for. On your topic, yeah.
Yeah,
Me
but I'm gonna
myself,
come.
I'm on a whole nother thing. But I am homeless. So I
Okay.
try to keep that in mind as like to not feel homeless. Think of something. I got a life. Life is more than homeless. Ease up. Peace out.
That's what's up, my guy. Appreciate you, my man. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk tomorrow, all right? All right, y'all. Take care. Be good. Dude, the guy's a straight up local celebrity, man. Like, legit. Dude, every one of these skaters knows him. I guess he's like the local cat. Like I said, they tried to shut down the skate park over here. And he's the dude that said, not on my watch. So, I appreciate you guys dealing with my stupid microphone issues because I thought I had the handheld up, so I'm like holding it in front of people, and it wasn't even wasn't even plugged in. That being said, I'm gonna turn it off for now. And I'm actually seeing now up the stretch here where there's a pretty big encampment. So I think we're gonna try to head up that direction, see what's up. And the music, as when it cuts in and out, a lot of times that's because they got copyright infringement stuff. So sorry. Let you guys see what's going on right here. I don't have the stabilizer on right now, so it's, oh shit, I left my chair. Oh, okay, I gotta go back and grab that.
Sick setup.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
It just sucks having to carry it all like this.
A lot of camera.
A lot of camera happening here.
Hell yeah.
My guy, keep that shiny side up, yeah? Funny, I do have a pretty comprehensive setup right now. But I'm reading chat, yeah. Good Vibes Jason 27 over on Twitch. I am reading chat. It comes through pretty quick, but I'm reading it. So if you got questions or any comments, feel free to shoot them my way. Forgot this little chair. Okay. Oh shit. I mean, oh shoot. All right, cool. Now we're going. Hey, and I want to thank everybody for the subscriptions, for the contributions. It means a lot. And, you know, for setting yourself up for the notifications whenever I go live. Yeah, slick sand, clumsy feet. It's a triple combination of CJ, 2 left feet, and a whole lot of sand. That was definitely not tactical, AJ.
I don't want to.
All right, we're gonna cruise up here a little bit, see what's going on. The rest of the world up on the north end. So this is up on the north end of Venice. Yeah, hey, you guys want to go ahead and really be a part of the fam here, come on over to Facebook and become a supporter. That would make a massive impact and a big difference in what we got going here. Let me double check, make sure I got all my gear. Boy, keep leaving stuff laying around. Can't do that when you got all this. Man. Whew. One sec. Ah, we're good. Boom. All right, cool. 1 second. There we go. Cool. What are you saying? Good vibes. So we're starting to see more tents now that we're down on this end. But it looks like a lot of the local shops are starting to take their stuff down too. We're working on it. Would it prevent a streamer? Sorry, I'm missing some of the comments coming through here. This is my, okay, I don't have copyrights for this, but this cat OG right here, it's kind of a staple out here on the walk. I'd love to talk to him, but we got too much music coming in right now. We'd have a lot of interaction or interference on the audio. Good morning. But he's rocking that Kanye.
I don't know why.
All right, here we go. We'll get up here to some non-copyright music. Hey, Mike Holt, thank you for that contribution over on YouTube. Love you, brother. Big shout out to my guy Nate. Hope you're doing well, man.
There's nothing going on like this.
Right into the top of the charts. Me and hip hop's never gonna part. I just think better when I'm alone. I just think better when I'm alone. You see a king chilling on the throne. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just think better. I just think better. True artist. TRU.ARTIS. Literally just got here.
And if y'all want to do that, hit it right there.
Where did they go? There they go.
These are the locals. Pardon the music, I don't have copyright for that. That's what they were talking about coming down to the market right here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Good vibes. Talking about the police. You got heated on that corner. But okay, here we go. Now we're getting right to what we were talking about before. One of the original stretches where you saw a lot of the homeless encampments that were happening. So we're gonna go ahead and already. Okay, but it's not nearly what it was before. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about here. Dylan Brady says, bought my first dime bag of stress right there when I was 13. Jack Asmus doing a camera check here. So this originally right here was blanketed with tents. can see they had a fire that was burning right here. But it's not like what it was before. And I'm saying like within the last 2 weeks. Sorry, I'm just getting... Well, I mean, talking about room with a view, man. So this is more or less what they were talking about down here with how things work. Like I said, you know, it's not nearly the situation was, but that footprint, right? Like I said, you want to make things feel, you know, as homely as possible. So the point I'm getting at is that carbon foot, or the human footprint, right? It gets bigger the longer you stay in one place. And so like we were talking about earlier, you know, when your tent doesn't have to go anywhere, you have a tendency to maybe get a chair, right? And then that chair turns into a table, and that table, you know, I don't know which way to go on that one. Got nervous. But some of these setups are a lot more comprehensive. Like this one right here. But you got the public restrooms right over here, which are back open now. They haven't been open for a while, but those are fully functional, and they do have hand wash stations right here. They did say they had some sanitation. Brandon, it's going good. It's going good. And again, Mike, thank you for that contribution right there over on YouTube. Sorry, these people coming from behind you quick. Gotta hear the squeaky wheels. Hopefully we can find some folks to talk to up here. I mean, this is not at all what we were seeing before. I mean, it's quite a bit different as we move further down the beach here. It is getting much more involved. You see more people on the beach. There's apparently a hotel that's right off the beach here that they're going to try to use to get people relocated to different places. So yeah, Tam, good looking out. Okay. All right, we'll do that in a minute.
You got any LEPs there, Scott?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I have been absconded by bad people.
You know, what I might end up doing is walking around here, getting reset up, and then talking to some folks back here. Maybe getting reset up. So you guys gotta bear with me. Like, while I'm out here doing what I'm doing, I'm trying to stay conscious of like where I'm at, what I'm doing, so I can get to where I want to get, capture what I want to capture. But I've also got all this technical crap I got to deal with. So bear with. All right. We'll get the tripod set up here. I'm gonna try to go back and talk to these guys. So any questions anyone has right now, feel free to shoot them in the comments, and I'm gonna try to field them as best I can. But I mean, now that we're getting closer to the north end of Venice, like you said, the north end of the Venice sign, so there's like this pocket, right? So you got the south end, it's up Park Ave right here, right? The south end is quite a bit cleaner when you get down towards the handball courts and all that. But then as we move down towards the north side here, this stretch right here is just where things have gotten a little bit more concentrated. And so that changed. And then once you get further north, it clears right out again as well. So what's about to do? Oh yeah, it's gonna go to that tripod. Pull that out real quick. And I gotta change the battery in this GoPro here real quick, see if we can't capture any B-roll footage. No, I've been to Venice before. And again, like I said, when I was in Venice before, it was a totally different experience as well. So things have changed a lot even since I was here last time. So that being said, so I'm trying to get this camera out of here. There we go. Oh shit. We lost it. Yeah, no, I'm aware of where I'm at. Definitely. But I mean, like I said earlier, you know, that's not no human waste. I'm not seeing anybody using needles either. But I mean, you know, I did see a handful of dudes just circled up smoking meth earlier. And but again, that's nothing uncommon. You know, I see that in Seattle all the time. You know, just people doing, getting real brazen, especially now that all you get is a ticket. You know what I mean? It's not even a matter of arrest or anything like that you're dealing with anymore. It's just, we lost it. All right, here, bail me from in here. I gotta set this thing down. It's jumping on me. That's gonna have to work right there. Sorry. I gotta get this extra battery set up too. So, bear with me. Yes, Portland is, I mean, I think it's a lot more spread out in Portland, you know what I mean? You just see it, I think, a lot more like on the streets everywhere. So, on the I-5 heading down to Portland, it gets real bad, like really bad. No crew, guys, this is just me doing what I do. Melissa, they did come through actually. I don't even know where to begin with Skid Row. I don't know where that would be exactly. But we're, kind of making our way around here trying to find that. So, yeah. I feel safe enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think someone's going to take it. If they take it, they'd have to run and run pretty fast. You know what I mean? So, if that's what they want to do, I suppose that's an option. Not one that I'd encourage people to do. But it is an option. So, do I even live, bro? Time to time. Let me get this tied up here. It's the process, guys. Actually, no, we got this right here. We're doing this way. So much going on, damn it. This is why I do need a full-on team when I'm out here. And not talk. Yeah, if I had an intern, I'd be killing it, T. But, this little birdie has to fly solo sometimes. AJ Johnson. No, I don't take jets with me when I travel, AJ. And thank you for that contribution over on YouTube. I do appreciate that. I have all these food packs that I put together. So I'm hoping to hand some more of these out as I keep going here. And just kind of, like I said, break bread with some people. Such a process here, guys. So Good Vibes Jason, Gage is the one we're talking about in Kenosha. He asked what I did to the guy's arm in Kenosha. So he had got shot in the arm, and it took off most of his bicep from the shoulder to the elbow. And luckily he had a tourniquet on him, and I was able to take the tourniquet out of his bag and apply that to his arm, stop the bleeding, which was a big deal because it was definitely a life-threatening injury. So bear with me while I get this thing turned on. What's the eagles? You see some seagulls I don't see? There we go. All right, cool. I'm gonna take this thing off of this guy real quick. Boom, boom. All right, we're almost in there.
Is that like film the wave?
What's that, boss?
Film the wave with that thing?
Build what's that?
Film the wave.
No, actually, I just came down to do some interviews, man. Talk to some people.
Oh, right.
Yeah, man. Talk about kind of like what's happening in Venice right now. Like,
Sure, if you want to talk to me, go right ahead.
I'd love to, man.
I got my opinion on a lot of things.
Oh, dude. Well, let me get this set up. I'm gonna come over and chat with you, man.
I'm not out here by my will. You know, my
Okay.
will was broken by COVID.
Oh, shoot, man.
You know, and I you know, it's one thing is I'm proud of doing my job.
Right.
And I ain't gonna flip goddamn burgers.
Okay.
I'm not gonna flip burgers. I'm not gonna clean them up the floor. I'm an electrician,
You're an electrician. Okay.
and that's where I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
I worked, actually what I did was I worked for BFI.
What's that?
BFI is a outfit that sets up electrical work for bands
Okay.
like Metallica, Motley Crue,
Okay.
bands that have made their way in the marquee lights.
Gotcha. And the marquee lights. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
So I now want to go back to it, you know, and I keep a hold of my boss. Not yet, man. You know, we're still not in. We're not in the clear yet, you know.
Because of COVID.
Yeah, and I've been getting damn tickets over here. And I want somehow people. If this is gonna go on TV or something, that'd be
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
I go live, man. So
Yeah, I got some things I want to say.
yeah, bro. Let me. We'll come over there and I'll talk to you.
And I think it's fair, and I think it's going to be practical,
Okay.
and basically, you know, I'm not going to take, you know, I'm not going to take a whole lot of time, but I will take the time that is necessary to get the point across.
Got you.
So
Okay.
I'm keeping that time factor in mind.
Wonderful, man. I mean, you know, whatever time you've got to spare is time that I'd be willing to utilize. So let me.
But, I really do got some things to say, like towards people judging the homeless in a bad perspective, because there's some of us that eat in the bad perspective.
Yeah.
That are trying to get us back, or get back in the race.
Yeah.
And one thing is for certain is that when you have people at a work like this, and Ross, and you rolling?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go? You can go over there if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm just gonna set up my little set up my tripod right here.
I want to get this thing across, you know, and you know, I ain't gonna use any words that, you know, I'm gonna go into like a detail, but I'm not gonna get into words like you know, crap and you know, shit.
Hey man, you can say whatever you want to say. You know what I mean?
I want to clarify that because, but what I'm saying is, I think I'm the one to talk to on this.
Okay, well let's pull up right here.
You know,
You got a seat right there. I got a seat right here.
There's a lot of us.
You want to take a seat? We'll sit down and
Yeah,
talk.
right.
Is this your guitar?
Yeah,
brother.
It's not because it's all busted out.
There you go.
I got this in the trash can. One man's
What?
trash, another man's trash.
Hey man, it's like a.
I'm trying to get actually, I'm trying to get this thing going. I just need the right kind of equipment to get it, and
Okay.
I gotta wait till Saturday
Right.
because I get my, I get a little something from my mom.
You little bump, yeah. You hungry at all? You want a snack?
Yeah, sure.
Man, I got these snack bags right here.
All right.
If you want anything like that, there might be. I got a better one here. There's a good one right there.
I'm gonna introduce me as Buck.
All right, Buck. Yeah, I'm gonna sit this down here.
That's my self-made name, but I don't think I ever would have to give my last name.
Oh, man, you don't have to give anything you don't want to give, Buck.
Yeah. All right.
That's a good
What did you say
name.
your name was?
CJ.
TJ.
Hey, man. It's good to meet you, Buck. Yeah.
All right.
So, Buck,
You
you're
tell me when we're ready to rock.
I'm
and
ready,
roll.
man. Just go ahead and let's tell the people a little bit about what brought you out here. Like what
Okay.
you said, COVID hit.
Okay.
You're on the streets out here. Do you refer to it as being on the streets?
Yeah, I prefer it. Like I was telling you before we started this interview. I'm not here by my choice. I'm here by COVID. I had a job setting up bands, their electro equipment, like marquee bands and the marquee light bands, and we're getting pretty close to where things are going to get, hopefully, Lord willing. But I've been homeless here in Los Angeles, but I'm from the northern part of California.
NorCal, they say.
Yeah. And but anyway, I'm gonna try to make this long story short. But it's been something being homeless. The reason why I've been that way is because of my mother. She's 91 years old, and I said, well, if I roll the dice and I catch that damn virus, I'm gonna get my mom that virus and her husband. I stepfather. So I did some thinking, and I said, damn, man, I'm on the backside of 50, and I'm gonna roll the bones, and I'm gonna go homeless for a while. I'm gonna camp up and do things, proper, have money, and just try not to look for no trespassing signs.
Okay.
And but anyway, I want to make another thing clear that you have homeless out here that is, some of them are not here by their own choice making. And I want to clarify that. I want them. And the bad apples, so say, make us good apples with bad. I'm talking families that are out here by this, and people living in their cars, But like I say, I'm not here by choice. I'm here by the damn virus, COVID. I miss my job, and it hurts me to hear some of these people talk on radios in the morning. I'm not going to mention names here, but I hope these DJs are listening, these talk show DJs. Be careful of what you say about homeless, drug addicts and all that. There's some of us that are not that way. And that projects, I'm a little perturbed by it, yes. I'm offended by it. It projects the darkness on the light ones, the ones that are not doing things the wrong way,
Yeah.
I've gotten where, man, damn, I really got to go. I don't have money. I can't be a customer. Well, by golly, I'm going to have to get a box and crap in it, and that's no fun, especially when somebody's walking their dog down, I warn them, hey, I'm carving a shark out here. I'm sorry, ma'am, sir. You might want to make a U-turn there with your baby buggy. Tell little Junior,
Now there's restrooms over here though.
Tell little Junior there's a man just carving sharks out here. He won't know. He's only 3 years old anyway.
Going boo boo.
But to make my point on that matter, I would like to have. I can't tell these DJs what to do, or anybody on TV, or for that matter, anybody generally. In general. But don't you think there is some of us, and I'm talking to you guys, radio guys mainly, there's some of us that are not addicts, that are not crapping deliberately in front of people, when we don't have the money or can't afford a real expensive restaurant, or if we're coming in with a backpack, automatically, hey, man, hey, pop it home. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got it back
Hey,
there.
mister, get out of here. Get out of here. We don't want your time here.
Yeah.
And then another thing, I was a really ample customer. I mean, I go in customer, I'd buy lots. I hope Guitar Center's listening, watching this, because I'm really upset about this. I bought guitars. I've lost 4 of them out here, and they're stolen. And but anyway, make a long story short, Guitar Center, shame on you.
Shame on you, Guitar Center.
Yeah, exactly, man. Especially one on Santa Monica. When I got my stimulus, for the 3rd time, I bought a guitar 3 times from you guys. Okay, 3 times.
3 stimulus, 3
and
guitars.
then I walked in with a backpack, and I'm going, and a security guard going, leave your backpack at the door. And I said, okay, you gonna watch it, right? No, I ain't gonna watch it. You gotta watch something, don't you?
You gotta secure it. That's your job.
Well, how are you nicking your money?
Stealing people's backpacks.
Yeah. So what I did, I was like, okay, show them the money. I'm got stand out, $1,200. I said, I'm ready to spend some money. And help spread the wealth go around and make these stores where they're not going to run out of business.
Yeah. And I don't think you're fitting a guitar in a backpack.
And so the manager told the security guard, he said, we don't want those shitters sitting out. Oh boy, this stuff.
You can say what we're a grown-up station, man. You can say whatever the hell you want.
But anyway,
carving sharks.
I was deliberately offended, by the whole thing. I think anybody would be in that matter, especially when you're behaving the best way you can when you're in this predicament.
Absolutely.
Being homeless.
Yeah.
And I think everybody got the message on that.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of judgment, you think, from the people out here for being homeless?
I can understand why they're doing it because of the bad apples.
Right.
There's some that weren't raised in families or they've been in prison too long, where they didn't have to clean their bathrooms to get the what do they call them? Trustees. Yeah. They do that, so they got maids coming in,
That wasn't me, man. I was cleaning bathrooms every other day at my house. We had chores
training
every day. Yeah, right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't want I'm not homophobic by no means.
I wouldn't have gathered that from you.
Yeah. Exactly. But I just want to say that, man, there's people that know this, that some of the homeless are really trying. That they're really doing their best to get back.
Yeah.
Get back in the race. The song, I've been a puppet, a poet, a pirate, a king. I've been up and down and everything. Shot down in the month of May.
Man, I don't have
and
copyrights
get my
for the song.
feet right back up in the month of June. Oh, that's life.
That's life.
Don't you know it?
Don't you know it?
Oh, man.
That was well done. That was a good song.
Yeah. I got to see Frank Sinatra.
Oh, man. Old Blue Eyes?
He had all the power chords going, man, songs,
Yeah.
Doing it all,
Some would say
Chicago.
He was the Nirvana of his time.
The best is yet to come. Roll the dice, roll it with style. Tonight, Lady Luck is coming on out tonight. Luck be a lady.
Call her Lady Luck.
Take me to the moon. Come fly with me somewhere.
There it is. Remix. What's up, my guy? We're doing a whole remix out here.
Can't help being a little nervous.
All right.
Because I'm
All right. Good to see you too.
too much in interviews or anything. But I just think there should be some consideration of some of us out here that are really trying to do it right.
Absolutely.
And by golly, I've been embarrassed, been out in an alley, like I mentioned earlier.
Cutting sharks.
Yeah, exactly.
Never heard the term before, but I won't forget it now.
Yeah, I remember one time, man, she says, oh, I understand, you got toilet paper? And I said, Yeah, man, I'm prepared, just like the Boy
You think
Scout.
I came back here with a box and didn't bring toilet paper? Come on. What do you think, I'm a rookie here?
Yeah, all you toilet paper holders, shame on
Smoke?
you.
I don't smoke, sorry.
You smoke?
I got one of these for
But
you though.
it's a good thing that
Okay, thank you.
Snacks, yeah.
I appreciate this young man coming out here.
Hey, you smoke?
CJ?
CJ, yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And
Buck, you're a
give
good
me an
man.
opportunity to voice opinion, you know. And another thing I'd like to see,
Yo, excuse me. Do you smoke?
man.
Do you smoke?
No, I don't. I do, but I don't have it.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, don't even make the long story short. I'd like to see like a land to like donate because there's some guys out here that build cars, motorcycles, hell, tattoos, you name it. You know, Meals on Wheels, whatever.
Sure.
And another thing is, you know, they could get up and do their job and do it right and get into the swing of things. You know, get rooted, you know, and back in the race again, you know. And instead of spending it on hotels and by golly, spending it on apartments, you know, it's gonna run out anyway.
Yeah.
Buy some land and they can buy some land and that money can be used, you know, for property for a utopia. Instead of burn it out in a year, it's gone. You know, build the property, build it for the next people that hopefully you're not in that situation.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it sounds like a good idea. I mean, there's some land out there to buy, and have the homeless build it. You know, maybe supervised by some contractor.
Yeah.
You know, but have them build their property, then they'll be proud to do it. You know, I get a hammer in my hand.
Yeah.
You know, I might do a Flintstone on my thumb or something, but you know,
I got Flintstone feet.
No
It's just
pain,
par
no
for the
gain,
course.
man.
Hey, man. You got to smack a thumb to make a nail, or to hammer a nail, right?
yeah. But I just also want to say one thing is that I know a lot of people complain about the politicians and all that, but they're for us. You know, we got to have them. You know, they're governed over the land, and sure, we're not going to be happy with their decisions most of the time, but I hope they take this one into consideration about what I just said.
Yeah.
About
So too. I really hope they do as well.
Instead of have like, you know, buying a motel room that's going to last 24 hours, what, a week, 2?
Yeah.
Burned out. Man. You buy property, you can stay there forever.
Yeah.
You know, and then government funded, obviously, you know, and they have money paid back from buying the property, from building cars or you know, body work and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Art, you know, whatever.
Absolutely.
Carpentry, electricians, all that, painters, artists.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's amazing how many art people are out here. Musicians, especially.
I've seen that a lot up and down the strip here. There's a lot of
I'm on
people
it, man.
there's a lot of art, collections of art from a lot of different people.
I mean, this guitar was sounded, you know, one man's trash, another man's treasure.
Yeah. They got the,
And another thing is when I go out and salvage stuff,
Yeah.
you know, I be quiet and I put the cardboard, pitch it right back in the dumpster. You know?
Yeah.
There's one that don't do that.
yeah.
You know, but there's some of us that do it. You know?
Yeah.
I found cell phones. I found billfolds, credit cards. Gave them back.
Is there
not even tempted to do it, and that is very rare.
is there
I just found one earlier,
Oh, okay.
and the man was just, oh man, I got on the phone and I said, man, I'm gonna change your day, man. It's gonna be changed, man. You're going through it real bad, looking every nook and cranny for your billfold, aren't you? Well, mister, I got it for you.
There you go. Is there a hierarchy?
And he granted me too. He gave me $50 for that,
That's
and I
good.
didn't even expect it. To tell you the truth,
Yeah.
you know, because I've had people help me out plenty.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And one sign I have, I think a lot of people say it. It's a quote from our Roosevelt, Franklin. It Success is measured by how high you bounce when you hit the rock bottom. So
That's a
food for thought.
beautiful sentiment to rap on, man. That is a great
I'm
moment.
actually I wrote a song. I've been writing a song. I'm working on it. But
Okay.
I can't actually,
Right.
but I'm in works. I'm gonna write it up and then we'll see if I can get it professional.
There you go.
Now you Sammy, you are.
Hey, Sammy, if you're watching,
I call you 3 times, Sam. You know, I might email you on that. You know?
hit him with an email. Hit him on the inbox.
There you go. Yeah.
Direct message that guy.
But I've almost got this song written, and I think he's one of the best songwriters ever. I mean, he could get the party songs going, but he can hit the songs that have meaning.
Oh yeah.
And they have power.
Oh yeah.
And Sammy, you're my best. No
I know,
doubt about
Sammy.
it.
I know you're watching.
I saw you 3 times.
Come down and say what's up to my guy Buck.
Exactly.
Bring him another guitar too, one that he can actually.
Oh man,
do work
this
on.
thing needs to be in the Smithsonian or something.
It does,
This
man.
is American made, you know.
Yeah.
One man trash. But I saw this thing and I figured, man, I gotta get some Elmer's glue, maybe some wooden toothpicks or hell, I don't know.
Popsicle sticks,
Yeah.
maybe. It's got a
Jump up
structure
and
there.
down on a pallet, you know, bust it up and scatter them. Or hell, get some Lincoln logs.
That'll be the best guitar I have ever seen.
But
man.
it looks like 50.
Yeah, it's old. Buck, I gotta keep pushing,
All right.
man. Hey, you want a
Thank
soda
you
here,
for
man?
doing this.
I gotta. Yeah. Hey, you want
Yeah, I hope you use this, man.
I will. I will, man. We're working on it.
I'm sure there's going to be some other people that say the same thing. There's the
Yeah.
lines and
I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping that
Yeah.
we get a common theme, and then we can find a common
Can I get
common
a
cure.
business card?
I don't have any on me actually, man. I wish I
Let
did.
me get you one or something.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Man, I'm glad you came by.
Absolutely, bud.
Isn't it? And I think there's a reason for this.
There it is. You're able to get your message out, man.
And maybe those radio guys.
Maybe.
Second thought.
You better pay
You know
attention,
who
guys.
it is, don't you?
I'm not even.
It's Armstrong again. And I like you guys, but hey, man, easy on some of us homeless people, all right?
Take it easy on them, guys.
Come on now.
Take it
you
easy
know?
on them.
Exactly. You know. And I'm sure you guys are a little aware of it, but hey, come on, man, give us a little bit of attention and
Cut him some slack, yo.
respect. Yeah.
Cut him some slack.
Exactly. Some slack.
Yeah, cut him some slack.
You know? I mean, that's rhetoric that I can not deal with now, but
Yeah.
But anyway, because like I said, there is some
Good.
that are Sam Good campers. Yeah, exactly. Sam Goody.
Sam Goody.
camper.
Sam Good campers.
Sam Good
Man, you got
camper.
all sorts of them today, Buck. You're killing them, brother.
I mean, I always had that on my camper. You know,
Yeah.
Sam Good.
Sam Good, right?
Sam Good camper. By golly, they're the best kind.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna swing back through here on my way back. All right?
Yeah.
All right, my guy. I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
Hey, you too, my friend. What's up, brother? Okay. That was a very in-face interview. But I'll keep it how it is. We're good. And then boom, turn that off. All right. Hey, how was the wind, man? Was it okay? Hope it wasn't too bad. Dude had a lot to say. Whew. Man. I'll say one of the things when you find like someone like Buck, you know what I mean? Like, it's interesting because they're definitely, what you're finding is a serious vibe where they want to be heard. You know, there's, regardless of what they have to say, you know, there's a need to be validated. You know, and I think that's important to remember that no matter who you are or what you're about, there's definitely a call to all humans. You know what I mean? To you know, to just acknowledge that we're here, you know, and a lot of times that's like the hardest part about our day is that we don't feel like we're being validated, that we're getting the kind of attention that we need to make us feel like we're worth something, you know. Check out some of the art we got going over here. Where is it at? Oh, there we go. Okay. Is it covered up at all? Right here. Oh, there you go.
My name is Vernon. You can call me D.
D.
Take donations as well. You can call me anytime. This is Venice.
Tell me a little bit about your art, man.
Well, who are you?
I'm CJ.
CJ.
Yeah, I do an independent media channel out of Seattle, and down here covering just Venice, man, seeing what's really happening behind what major media has been saying is going on. And I was talking to a guy, Street Buck here, and he was saying there's a lot of artists out here. And then sure enough, I come around the corner and bam.
Well, my Instagram's at the bottom. It has my Amazon page. It's a pleasure to meet you. Most people wave the cameras at us and they don't say anything or take donations from.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I paint here every day. Primarily, I utilize this space as a studio and gallery, and I've been doing so since like, I don't know, 2018 maybe, but I've been painting since 2017. And man, I've learned so much. Appreciate this place. Besides what anybody else sees, you always have to, and I appreciate you coming and speaking to someone. It's always different from any perspective, and there's always a way that you shoot something, or the way that you see it. And I see it this way in many different colors.
Absolutely. It's beautiful too. You bring, it makes you smile. Like when you see your art, it makes you smile because it is definitely like, it does have light to it and a lot of life and it's vibrant. Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna swing back through here. Okay. We'll go ahead and I'm gonna plug it one more time, you guys. Here's like, if you want to go ahead and get on there, here's where you guys can go ahead and find them online. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all three.
Yes.
There we go. If you want to go ahead and support local art,
Venmo,
that's the way to do it right there.
Zelle.
And Zelle, if you want to go that route. I got to figure out Zelle with my roommate or my landlord. My friend, take care of yourself. I'll come back through. Man, there's a lot of incredible art. I'm gonna go over here real quick. I gotta get my mic dialed in here because it's getting kind of windy. And the sound was okay. I just know that I got my mic here. I can be a little bit more effective with. So bear with me for a second. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at the street behind me while I'm doing this. Or you can be down here with me. Ooh, it's getting brisk out here. I'll tell you guys that one right there. But I've got my phone charging at the same time here. Okay, sounds good. Could you hear him okay? I mean, could you hear what he was saying all that well? I like what he had to say too about how this place provides something. You know what I mean? It brings something, it provides an element of, that you don't get to see everywhere. So here's a little quiet. You hear him? Okay, well, so I'm gonna go ahead and dial this in real quick. So. Yeah, I've been working out a little bit. I'll tell you what, though, I have to because we're getting geared up for. Let's see if this works here. I'm doing a. All right. All right. Let me see how this one works out here. All right, cool. Let's check the mic now. All right, so let me know how it sounds with the mic right now. So, Casey, I'd love to head out and talk to some of the indigenous people. Actually, where I'm from, there's a lot of there's several native tribes out there that I would love to go ahead and spend some time talking to. Sounds good? Okay, good deal. Good deal. All right, cool. I'm gonna have to use this for a little bit now. because like I said, it's there we go. Sound the same to you? Well, that's good. That's what I want. I want the sound to be uninterrupted. Let's do this. We're gonna head down this way, pal. And do this. Actually, one sec. Yeah, there. Me and Baloo are gonna do a charity boxing event, which should make for some interesting material. Baloo's a big guy. I'm down here in Venice Beach, California. All right, there. So you guys gotta let me know now how the sound is. Man, I'm gonna keep checking it. That's what this live stream's all about, though. There we go. All right, cool. All right. If I get a mic check, you guys, I'd appreciate it. And again, Venice Beach, California. Now we're in the north part of Venice Beach right now, which is where, like I said, the homeless community is a little bit more present out here than it was on the South Beach. But let's talk a little bit about that footprint, man. So you see what I'm talking about here. So when you don't have to move your home every night, you know, you have a chance to kind of set up, you know, a living situation. You know what I mean? And in that, you're gonna have a table, a chair, you know, whatever it might be, some plants. You're gonna make it feel like home. I mean, they got a clothing line right here, you know, wash your clothes and make it home. And it's, you know, it's not nearly as hard for you to deal with establishing a home base when you're not having to move your tent every night. And as I said earlier, one of the things that has changed is the CDC made it so that you aren't, the past law that you weren't able to move someone that's homeless or houseless without having someplace to take them. And so these folks haven't had to move their tents, where and usually what would happen is every morning they'd come through and they'd sweep through here. And so you'd have everyone would have to gather their stuff up, move it somewhere else, and then come back. Where now, you know, you have a chance to kind of establish a home base and be a bit more rooted. So it does change the game a little bit. So all sorts of folks out here doing documentaries. All right.
Wow.
What's up?
2 documentaries in what?
There you go. You're all bad. I'll come back and talk to you too. As I full on blow up that guy's that guy's interview. Oops. But here, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm looking at here. I'm explaining it, Elsie Savage. I'm explaining it. It's if you've never dealt with being houseless, then you don't really understand what that condition is like. And so for folks that are dealing with it, you know, conditionally, I mean, where could you go? And if so, how would you get there? And then how would you establish yourself wherever you're going? So it is an issue, you know, it's a sad situation. And I gotta say this, if, like I said earlier, if there was a place to be houseless, like down here, shoot, you get skinny, you get ran over by somebody on these big wheeled bikes, would be the place to do it. I mean, just to be very, very blunt, like folks down here, like, you know, you're living in a sunny city on the sand. And like I said, everywhere you go, you have a tent set up and immediately you have like a soft bed to sleep in. So, but as you can see, this is much different down here on the south end or the north end of the beach as compared to it is on the south side. So no, I don't feel like anyone's entitled to it. Elsie, I gotta ask you, real question. where would the alternative be for folks that have nowhere to go? And I'm not saying that there's any one place that's right or wrong, but hey, where would that place be? You know, I don't know. And that's what I was asking. Like, where do they go? Like, when they have to leave here, like, where do these folks all go at the end of the night or in the morning at 6 a.m. when they finish up that roundup or the wrap up, and they go from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Like, where does everybody end up going? You know? I don't know. What up, guys? Y'all doing all right? That was a hardcore stay. He didn't want nothing to do with me. It is. And I mean, and that's what everyone's trying to figure out is like, where do you go? What do you do? You know? So hopefully you can find some folks, ask them some questions, you know. I'm trying not to be too invasive though. Like, I don't want to be just peering into somebody's, you know, their home, for like a better term. Hey.
Hey, why you cry?
Whew, almost got smashed on. Yeah, that's actually what the first person I was talking to said. They didn't like the rules of the shelter. They were like, yeah, there's just, they kind of, I don't know what those are. Maybe it's drug testing. Maybe it's breathalyzers. I know they do that at some of the ones down in Seattle, up in Seattle, where you're required to have a, you know, you can't be blowing over the legal limit when you're, you know, when you're checking in at night. So I'll let you see behind me over here. You can kind of catch what's going on behind me over here. And this is like more of the community situation. Like, a lot of these tents have been cleared out, but there's still a lot of folks here, and they have full-on like storage, you know. Bikes seem to be a hot commodity, like pieced together or otherwise. Some of that German in Venice. Yeah, I saw him well, I didn't see him, but I was watching one of his feeds yesterday, and he was getting slapped on by one of the local committees here that they do work with the homeless community, because they were saying that he was painting a bad picture of what was really going on with the homeless community out here. It's not what it was a couple weeks ago right now, but it's still not great. You know, it's still a situation where you've got a lot of people out, you know, like I said, out here on the streets that are, you know, they get pushed away, they get pushed somewhere else, they get taken somewhere else, and they come right back. As I said earlier, though, the issues that a lot of the people have out here, when you look at it statistically, is that the crime rates have gone up by almost over 200% in violent crimes and robberies and assault and robberies with weapons, violent assaults. They said that this is one of those playgrounds that they were talking about, that they said that most parents don't even want to bring their kids to anymore. Now, there's a couple more of these if you go up and down the beach, north or south, but there's a lot of garbage in here. And there would be a fear, I personally, if I'm being honest, because I'm watching people back here that were, you know, smoking meth. I know there's people that were in the bathrooms right before I was in there that were, you know, shooting up. I would be terrified to bring my children down here out of fear of hypodermic needles. Got my arm ripped open by this rusty chain link here. That being said, I mean, don't see me like, that's one thing I'm surprised I haven't seen a lot of is orange caps. But I mean, you got folks right there, everyone heading into the bathroom together, and you know, they were kind of pulling out a bag, you know, so you don't have to guess what's going to happen there. But this park right here has been, you know, it's right at the edge of the tourist strip, right? Like, the restaurants kind of come down this area. The rest of it, as you move down this way, is all residential until you get down up there to the Santa Monica Pier, which is, here, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on that for you there. See if I can get that way up there. The lights, that's the Ferris wheel. See the edge of the top of the roller coaster down there. So that's the Santa Monica Pier. Dylan Brady, where are you talking about? I'll let you drive my car. I'll work your camera. Let me show you what's really going on. Yeah, hey Dylan, if you're down in the area, yeah, I'm with it. So yeah, here's that park. But you have the tourist area that runs all down through here, all the parks and everything. And then it ends right down here. And as it works out, most of the tents do as well. I mean, there's still a handful of them kind of spotted throughout here. And most of this, I mean, you couldn't even consider this like, a lot of these are just structures. They're not even really tents, you know, they're just, yeah, I'd be furious if my child, if I had a child, if they stepped on a hypodermic needle. I mean, yeah, as I say that, you know, there's needle caps right there. You can see actually right over there. You can't know if you guys see that, but you can see actually there's needles over there. So this is a park you immediately, once you see one of those, immediately like, nope. Like that's just completely last thing that I would ever put my kid in front of is the opportunity to catch something. Just terrifying. I remember stepping on a push pin when I was a kid. It terrified me. Let alone having to be attached to a plunger and the other end of that, you know, to some drugs. But this one's just like a lean-to, you know. It's got an umbrella, some wood, and it's literally just dug into the sand. I'll do this. I'm gonna grab a shot of this for me if you would. Show you guys this. So like I said, it's just like a sand dugout, but you know, like I said, being down here is different than if you were up in the cold, like up north, dealing with that all day. You're welcome, Cynthia. I'm nervous walking through here. Some frying pans. And these are the bathrooms over here. A beachfront property is a trip. I mean, these people are paying. So this is, okay. This right here has been a point of a lot of problems. Which is this, the Ada and Paul Safran senior housing over here. Now in front of this, if you guys can see, there's an entire stretch of tents, and apparently the residents in here have said that, you know, they don't feel safe to come out of their homes, and which I can understand. If you're, you know, an elderly individual and you have, you know, this is nothing like what you'd have seen in their generation. Sorry. But let me get you some stats on this one right here, real quick. Well, either way. So yeah. How are you? Yeah, I do a live stream show, an independent live stream show out of Seattle, and I just came down.
Great.
Oh, just breaking it down. This is kind of like my quick setup.
Gorilla with
yeah, so I run my.
What's the white deal on top?
This is my wireless Rode mic, which I use for when it gets windy. It's just so I can. Yeah, that way when I'm doing interviews, I can talk to folks, and it picks up pretty well. Then I use this to control my GoPro. For,
you got a GoPro on it too?
Yeah, I use that for like my B-reel stuff.
What kind of stuff? I'm a filmmaker. What kind of stuff do you do?
Mostly protest coverage is what I've been doing. East side of Seattle, there's no surprise there.
This is getting crazy. More and more places on the beach now.
Yeah.
More tents.
That's kind of what I've been. That's what I came up here to cover was the homeless crisis. Yeah.
For website?
CJTV Media. Yeah, it's my own personal page, channel, the whole nine. Yeah. And it's been intense, man. I mean, I've seen, you know, homeless houses situation. We did some work with the homeless population, or community in Vegas.
I just came from Vegas. Yeah.
Really?
Just there.
Yeah, we were out just outside of What am I thinking of? The Old Town. And why am I drawing a blank? Oh, I think Old Town Vegas.
I'm not sure. I was just visiting for the weekend.
Oh no, in Vegas.
Yeah,
The
Vegas.
Old Town part of Vegas was. You guys helped me out here.
Oh, downtown, you mean?
Yeah, but what's it called?
Oh, shoot.
Fairmont or not?
not-
Fremont.
Oh, Fremont, yeah.
Yeah,
Fremont,
and that's where we were at. Was down off Fremont.
You know,
And yeah, here actually, I'm gonna let people see who I'm talking to here because I know everyone gets confused on my stream when they don't know what's happening. So what was your name?
Vern Verona. Yeah.
Vern Verona. And you're a filmmaker.
I'm a filmmaker. I'm an author. I've written over books, popular books that are out there about diet and health.
Okay.
We're making a bunch of films. I have some features, but 2 features I'm working on now. One for children who cook.
Okay.
And how it influences their lives later on. It's pretty amazing.
Oh wow.
And then we're doing one about cultural eating, about how if you look around the world, there are different cultures that have agricultural practices. They all eat the same thing. They eat rice, grain, bean, and vegetable.
Sure.
Those are the primary foods. And
Right.
what we're finding out now medically is when we go back toward a diet like that, we can reverse diabetes. We can, create amazing health very quickly. Regulate bowel function, energy level.
Right.
All the things we complain about are completely handled.
Well, I mean, those are like the ongoing problems of like the current health in modern day America right now. Diabetes is a huge one. That alone.
28 million people in this country. Or
It's massive.
in India, 40 million, I think, a little more actually.
So 28 million in America.
Yeah.
And 40
Over, I think it's 40 to 60 million in India.
with a population of.
Gazillion.
Yeah. I was gonna say I
there's-
couldn't even begin
there's a lot of
to.
people in
Yeah.
it, but it's mostly in middle class India that's eating middle class foods, which Americans buy. I gave a lecture a couple of years ago in Dubai,
Oh wow.
and that was interesting because people in Dubai are getting American diseases. I was on the radio and I said, for a country that really detests America, you're eating American food, you develop American conditions.
You're certainly getting that American heart failure.
You go back.
You're welcome.
Go back to your traditional diet,
Right.
Which is like a little bit of camel's milk, but mostly grain, bean, and vegetable. I said you can change that dramatic stuff. So.
I've noticed a big difference. I'm leaning away from a meat diet, and I'm trying to go more towards, and I don't eat a lot of processed food.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go in that direction. I'm trying to go, I wouldn't say full vegan.
When you don't have to go full vegan, but it's about volume and frequency.
Okay.
So when you reduce animal protein, you'll find that you crave less sweet. So the battle everybody has to do with sweet is underfunded by, is controlled by the irregularity of how often they eat. So people wait long periods of time between meals,
Right.
their blood sugar drops, they gotta have something sweet.
Right.
Or they don't eat all afternoon, they have dinner, and then they go, oh, there's no way I can avoid sweets, I gotta have something sweet.
Yeah.
And that's all based on blood sugar. So if you're eating more frequently for those kinds of people,
Sure.
it's much easier. But the other thing is animal protein. The more meat you eat, the more sugar you want. That's why all the fast food you see is basically meat and sugar. With a little oil thrown in, French fries.
I'm not paying you for this lecture, right?
No,
'Cause
no.
we're getting some knowledge dropped right now. We're getting some knowledge dropped right
I just
now.
stopped here on the fly here. I just
Yeah.
saw your
But no, it's incredibly informative though. I love it.
It's
Yeah.
important. It makes a difference. We did a film I'm not tipping my hat here, but I'm
Please
just
do.
ascertaining. We did a film which was not released, but we had the medical footage on it because we had some lawsuits. But we did a film in 2006. We took in Hawaii, myself and a medical team run by Dr. Terry Shitani. We took 28 people and we fed them grain, bean, and vegetable for 28 days. Half of them were diabetic. They were taking up to 100 units of insulin a day. They were adult diabetics, not type 1s, but they still had real dysfunctional pancreases. And they all got off their insulin within 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Matter of fact, Dr. Shitani said if they didn't get off their insulin, their blood sugar would be threatened by the fact that they're taking insulin. So they had to get off the medication. As their diet regulates blood sugar level, you don't need anything to push your sugar level down. So you've got to get off the medication. So people were weaned off the medication pretty gradually. What was interesting about it was that they did great. They lost weight, they looked better.
Right.
But when we left the island after 4 months after shooting. Most of the people went back to their regular diets. And it wasn't really because they didn't feel good. They felt great. They lost weight. They got off medication. But their family structure and their support systems were so oriented towards eating barbecues and commiserating around the meals, they couldn't avoid it. They didn't have any support.
There's a lot to be said about routine, because a lot of the times we find ourselves eating things that we don't even like. We just do it because it's a course of habit. But
It's not only routine either, but just also aside from routine, it also gets to the point where it's not just habit, it's also, we are doing things inadvertently to make us want. Like, if you want salt sometimes, when you're craving, like we need salt. So if you don't have any salt in your diet, and you end up craving more animal protein in most cases.
Really?
Because you'll get the salt from your tissue.
Sure.
So sometimes you'll crave, I can remember when I was a kid, I haven't even eaten about, I'm 68, I haven't even eaten about 48 years.
Wow.
50 years. So, but I remember when I was eating animal protein, oh, I can't wait to have some hamburger in my mouth. I just want
We all know what that is.
you know?
Yeah.
So, but that's proportional to, how much salt we need.
Do you think, though, that that's conditioned into us because of our diet from our upbringing? So, like
To
when you
some
get
degree,
done, I know when I
no.
burn a lot of carbs, like let's say I go swimming, I crave spaghetti.
Right.
Like I crave some complex
crave
carbohydrates.
carbohydrate,
Right, but that's what I had as a kid. Mom would feed us spaghetti. We'd go to the pool.
So there's an association psychologically with that as well.
Right.
However, there's some truth to it. You do crave carbohydrate, except that pasta is not really complex carbohydrate. It's chemically speaking, it is, but because it's a flour product,
Sure.
it's absorbed really quickly.
But in
So
our
for
home,
some
though, that's
people-
what we had.
Right.
That was
But
our.
you have that with other things in the meal, so that all kind of regulates you. But yeah, I mean, you have to listen to your body.
Right.
But some people say to me, "Well, I crave milk, and because I crave milk, I need milk." And I said, "No, you might be craving the elements in milk,
Right.
which you can get from changing your diet."
Sure.
The bottom line is not that you have to walk around eating in a real rigid way and feeling self-righteous. It's about you feeling good in your own body.
Right.
You've got a regulated bowel every day, no problem.
Right.
You've got good sleep. You lie down, you fall asleep.
I have
You-
nothing about that. I
Energy.
don't sleep.
Energy.
Real time.
Well, you might be really motivated then.
I wish. Yeah, no, I am, but I just don't sleep.
As a dysfunctional problem.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's gotten more worse now than.
But you look like you're really active. You're
I try to. I think I try to counterbalance it. That if I could sleep more, I think that would be like a turning point in my health right now.
Yeah.
I think I'd feel healthier.
In
Look at these bags under these eyes. That's
I'm,
not just
I'm
natural.
telling you about that. In Chinese medicine, the under eye relates to fat, actually. It has to do with fat content. But the colors relate to your adrenal glands.
Okay.
And the darker it is towards here, the more adrenal dysfunction you have. Adrenal sits on top of the kidneys. They're like little glands. They're addition to the renal system, and they are responsible for immunity. They influence immunity, influence energy level. So when your adrenals, when you stay up all night long, or you stay up consistently, or you're really stressed, you're going to get dark under your eye. And people look and say, "You look tired." But what they're really saying is you're dark under your eye.
Thanks. You look like hell too. Thanks for that one.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, people say that all the time.
Yeah.
So
You look like you need more sleep. Well, I appreciate what you're saying. I look like crap, but appreciate that.
But as a concluding point, here's the issue. It's not about that people have to change, although ecologically, meat habits are going to have to change at some point.
Sure.
It's just too gross environmentally what happens. But beyond that, it's about you getting an experience so that you know through your own conviction what works for you.
Right.
So if you're eating frequently, or if you're eating more complex carbohydrate in your diet, like they do throughout the world, grain, bean, and vegetable, you'll have more energy.
Right.
And then if you stop eating that way, and you start eating junk food, you have less energy. And then you think, you know what? I was happier when I had more energy.
Right.
So you have to make your own, but you have to experiment.
Right. You do.
And most people are, like I say in my talks, there are basically whole foods, and there are grain and food products.
Right.
So whole foods, food products. Food products means anytime humans have messed with them, manufactured, added, etc.
Sure.
Whole foods are what you find in the markets.
Okay.
Vegetables, beans. 2/3 of the world lives on beans.
Yeah.
It's a protein source.
Yeah.
We don't like beans. Why? Because people do what when they eat beans?
They get gassy.
Right.
They get gassy. We know that, right?
You get no more gas for me, please. I don't want to.
I'll tell you, I've been playing with it though. I've been playing with like garbanzo beans and like I've been trying to like work that into my diet.
Here's the key.
Chickpeas, things like that.
Here's the key if you really want to get gas. Maybe you're bored and you want to get a lot of gas. Here's what you do. Have something
I don't think I
sweet.
want to get
no,
gas.
No, I want to give you the choice.
Okay.
Right? So, in case you want to get gas, make sure you have some sweet with your beef meal at the same time. Ooh, watch out.
That'll blow you up, huh?
It'll make wallpaper peel. Because the sugar...
Do not eat beans and sugar on a date.
No, do not, but just, think about that. It might have that effect. You got to give people a choice. If you tell them don't do it, they're going to get the rebel comes out.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's my therapy.
I'm having a bowl of sugar kidney beans tonight. I'm just gonna sprinkle it and just. That's what I'm having for
You're
dinner.
going to have a great night.
It's good. I'm just saying, You've inspired me.
The thing is, for beans, you got to cook them well, and you got to have salt with beans. Salt helps you break down the beans.
Okay.
That's why they have salt. And don't have a dessert right on top of your meal. If you go to a Mexican restaurant and you have a big bean meal, and then you have a piece of flan, you're gonna have far all the way home. so you know, you got to get.
Damn you, Cinco de Mayo, and your delicious flan.
That's right.
It got me good.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Okay.
But here, isn't it interesting? We don't even know each other. I just stopped to ask you about your rig.
Yeah.
But we start talking about food, and like, you know, people become alive because we do it every day.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to really manage it.
No, I wish. I mean, we'll be very blunt. Like, there was a period of time where I was in and out of. I was living a life of crime. I was very caught up in a different lifestyle. But in a correctional facility, you get your
choice.
Right. But I'll tell you, I've never been in better shape in my life, just off a calisthenic program, and no weights, nothing, no added weight.
So your eating's very regulated.
Exactly. Your diet is 100% the nutrient intake that you're supposed to have.
And because it tastes terrible, you're not stuffing your face.
You're always a little hungry.
Yeah.
But it's because you don't have those snacks in between meals. But if you did, I mean, you could feed it with fuel, you know, have an avocado and some beans, whatever, you know.
Right.
But in all fairness, like, big revelation for everyone here, but there's those opportunities. So, like, if you do regulate your diet, everyone always says, like, the best way to, like, get trim, cut weight, is change your diet.
First question.
Why is it so hard for people to do that?
Well, I was going to tell you. The first question I ask people when I counsel them, I do some remote counseling. When I counsel them, the first thing I say is, what's important? Right. Find out what kind of passion people have in their life, because it's that drives you to want to change your diet, want to change your health. If you have nothing going on,
right?
If you have no sense of real deep meaning or nothing that's driving you, it's much harder because you use food as entertainment.
That's one of the things I kept hearing is you're not hungry, you're bored. I hear that a lot. You're not hungry, you're bored. Do some push-ups. Like,
and my favorite quote about boredom comes from Dorothy Parker, the writer. She said in the 1930s, she said, the cure for boredom is curiosity. And there is no cure for curiosity.
I love it. I love it.
It's a great quote.
I love it. Yeah, the cure for boredom is curiosity. That's one to live by.
Anyway, I'll give you my email. Keep in touch.
Yeah, please do. Here. Yeah.
I can just recite it.
Yeah, please do. And my moms will take note.
All right. It's VV at my name, which is Vern, VERNE, Varona, VARONA.com. And you can go to vernvarona.com. There's some free articles you can pull down.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I'm not selling anything.
Well, that's too bad, because I'd buy. Vern, I'll definitely get in touch, man.
First name again?
CJ.
CJ.
CJ Halliburton. Yeah.
CJ, nice to meet you. Good luck.
Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for the time. Appreciate you.
Bye, man.
All right, take care.
Thanks.
We'll see you. It was awesome. Totally unexpected, but it was a great segue into nutrients and diets, which was funny. Well, not funny, but one of the interesting points that I was looking at earlier with what you see behind me is this is a source of nutrients right now for a lot of people. What you see behind me is, like one of the gentlemen that I was talking to earlier, he said it's embarrassing, but when you got to get food, I mean, a lot of the options that folks have out here right now is to, you know, get their food source from right here out of this garbage can. And you can see it's just traipsed across his entire parking lot. But I was watching an interview with a young man the other day, and he said that he's been homeless since he was 9 years old, and he's 28 now. And he's just become so incredibly accustomed to gathering his food source that it's gotten better now because he knows where to go and how to get better food from receptacles. But he said that it's embarrassing even at this point in this much time as he's spent out on the streets, and he's been everywhere from Hawaii, Oregon, California, but he's had to deal with subjecting himself to that situation, which I couldn't imagine. I mean, can any of you imagine having to pull your food out of that? I mean, it's just, to me, it's a staggering thought that you'd be in a position where your only option to get a meal for the day is to try to rip open a garbage bag and find something that somebody else has thrown out. It's terrible. Dylan, and I hear what you're saying. There are those that, they get food all the time, but I mean, really, there's not a lineup. It's I'm hungry as hell right now. I haven't eaten since, probably, I don't know, noon today. So, but I'm gonna have to go somewhere, find some place to eat, find some food. Like, if you're on that hunt trying to find something to eat tonight, where would you go? Yeah, and Cindy, thanks for putting that up there. So there's vernvarona.com. Cool. Dylan, calm down. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm watching happen. So let's put things into let's put things into context here. Not everybody is as gifted to have the knowledge and awareness as to where they can find those food sources, mind you. There are a lot of people that are dealing with mental disabilities that are out in the streets. That being said, the common go-to might be something along these lines, because in their mind, processing, that's the only thing they can think to get food. So, Dylan, I don't want you to freak out and think that it's a personal vendetta against anybody. I'm just saying that there are people out here that is their option because they don't know how to do anything else for themselves. And there's plenty, I know people personally that live on the streets because they can't seem to figure out how to get off the streets. And every time they've been put up, and Dylan, you're right. But again, Dylan, come on down, man. Meet up. Let's take me on the tour, man. Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing? That's my guy Mike from T-Town up there in Parkland. What's going on, my friend? I always look forward to having our conversations. Every time I go in to go grocery shopping. Speaking of food, I go to the same grocery store almost every day when I'm back home, and I buy my food fresh. You know what I mean? And I get it what I want, when I want it. And my guy Mike's always there to have a good conversation with me. Good shout out there. And but a lot of these folks, they don't have that, and they don't know how to make that happen. I couldn't imagine. I'll tell you right now, like there was a time when I was homeless, and it wasn't in a sandy beach, you know. It wasn't in a community that has ample. I mean, this is one of the wealthiest communities, not just in California, but in the nation, to be very clear. Dylan, check me on this one. I know you're from the area. Let me know if you could throw in here statistically, and I was trying to pull these up earlier, but I was busy kind of making my walk around, where Venice stands in the income, the earnings. I know the average income of the people here are 85,000 plus, and I believe that it's 85,000, right around there, your average earnings. Which, granted, it's California. You're gonna need a lot of money to live down here. This is not a cheap place. But like I said, when I was dealt with my homelessness, it was a different situation. Like it was, I don't know, get too deep into it, but it was very difficult for me to kind of figure out like what I was supposed to do. And I'm lucky because I'm an intelligent individual and I'm resourceful. And I had people in my life that I was able to reach out to, people that I was able to talk to, people that were ready to help out when I needed that help. That being said, a lot of people out here don't have that. Not just here, and I'm talking anywhere. Like a lot of people don't have the options that a lot of us have, be it through our education, our understanding, our upbringing, or our family. Not that my family had much, but we always had enough to say you're never going to be out here. So I was able to lean on people to help me in those times and pick me up. So Hunter Biden's neighborhood is near here. Do a drive through a neighborhood that is near there? Yeah, I don't know anybody. I don't know Hunter Biden. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know where he lives. But so I can say this: that when you have a support system that's there to help you out, that's going to be there to help pick you up and put you on path and help get you where you need to be, and then keep doing that, because it's going to take more than just a once or twice. I mean, to break a cycle of, you know, of the homelessness that these folks are living in, it's not just going to be like once they get that opportunity, they're out of here. You know what I mean? Okay, the median income in Venice Beach right now, thank you, D. McCann, right now is $107,000 plus a year. That's ample enough money to live off of. I mean, if you look up where I'm at, I mean, if you're making, in the community that I grew up in, if you're making $45,000, you're doing just fine. $50,000, you're doing fine. Your bills are paid, you're debt free, you got money in the bank, and you're able to take those little vacations with whatever little trailer you've got or whatever, you know, RV you're running with or whatever it might be. But Zola, you got no idea. You have zero ideas of what my life's been like. So you get out of here and act like you don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, but you got double that income down here. Granted, the cost of living is quite a bit more, but I slept on top of a Boston Carver. You know, I knew what that is. It's probably before your time. Zola, I don't know how old you are, but yeah, did that, and I had my clothes in the trunk of a guy's car that would let me dress out of the trunk of his car when he parked it in the area that I was in a Fred Meyer parking lot that was across the street. There was an HVAC unit that overhung that kicked out pretty good heat, so I was able to kick it under there, which was a warm place to sleep. So, yeah. So you know, to better give credentials for my street credentials here. But yeah, luckily I do have people in my life that are able to help out. So that being said, it was definitely a way to help get me up and off the street. But a lot of that came down to me finding a job that I was able to go ahead and pay. Literally what I did was I got a job washing dishes at a restaurant. And then I met a guy that worked there that was a cook, and he was like, hey man, if you need a place to live, I've got a couch, you're more than welcome, I'll catch you a deal. All you gotta do is kick in on utilities and whatnot. I was like, bet, I got that. So I started doing that, kicking in on utilities, and then I got a room when one of the other guys moved into that room, and then that's where I lived. So let me check and make sure this battery's still charging here. Yeah, we're good. It's getting dark out here. 1 second. There we go. Let's walk back the other way real quick. Keep going a little bit.
Hey, excuse me.
What up?
You told me that you're documentary things, right?
Yeah.
Yes. What is this about?
So I do a live stream show.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put you on camera right now because you guys are out here doing your thing. I saw you guys filming down there. So I don't do much content creation. Everything I do is mostly live. Like I'm live right now on my channels.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Though we're trying to work on more content creation right now, just to kind of make it more edible, because it's hard for people to watch. Like right now, we've been live for 2.5 hours, so it's hard for people to go back and watch that whole thing. But there's a lot of things that happen in that period of time. We try to piece that into, a shortcut film, or just a shorter, content.
How long you stay in Venice Beach?
I'm not from here. I'm from Seattle, Washington.
I'm in.
Oh, today?
Today.
I got here probably 3.5 hours ago.
3.5 hours.
I'm staying up in Van Nuys, so I just drove down here for like 45 minutes and then kind of walked around. What was that? What was the question?
Well, actually, we came from South Korea to make a documentary film.
Oh wow.
Well, I'm a producer of SPS, which is Seoul Broadcasting System.
Okay.
And we are making a documentary regarding drug abuse. Yeah, because in South Korea, lots of Korean thought that South Korea is free from the drugs.
Yeah.
But actually, there are some issues between celebrities. Like they have, a bunch of issues regarding drugs.
Right.
So the government acknowledged there's no, free country from the drugs. So they want to make a documentary film. So we went here and to, interview some people.
Sure.
Have you ever met any drug users in this area?
Yes.
So
a lot.
So have you ever talked to them?
Yeah. Actually, while I was walking in, there was a handful of guys that just like this. They stopped and they just started smoking meth. Right on the sidewalk. They're just right out in the open. It was pretty. It's just pretty brash out here. There's people shooting up in the bathroom before I went in at the other bathroom down the way, doing heroin or whatever else.
That's why they are locked in.
Yeah, well, they're open now, but with COVID, the way it was set up, it's been wild out here because all these public restrooms have been shut down, and so it's pushed where people would have normally gone in those places to do their drugs kind of privately. It's become much more public, and so you're seeing it much more prevalently now. Like this guy I was talking to earlier, this guy Buck, right before I ran into you guys, we sat down in front of his tent and talked for a while, and he was saying that, even when he has to use the bathroom, he has to find a cardboard box, and he'll go somewhere and sit down but he's like, I don't want to do that. There's just nowhere for me to go to the bathroom. So you can imagine with drug use, and it's not uncommon out here.
So did you take that footage?
Yeah. I don't know if I have the footage of the guys smoking the meth because I don't want to put a camera in their face.
Yeah. Right.
Your camera wouldn't last long if that was the situation. So, but there's definitely we could collab on some stuff if you wanted to, because there definitely is plenty of people that I know that openly talk about it. If you wanted to film them doing what they do normally in their life, there's people that are pretty open about it. Yeah.
So if we go to your channel, YouTube channel, we can get some ideas who can be our interviewer or something like that, right?
Sure. Yeah. This is my first day down here. I'm going to come back again, I'm sure, before sometime in this next couple days, probably. But yeah, that wasn't really my focus for this. I was mostly trying to cover the homelessness.
But it's
part of it.
very close subject, like homeless and drug.
It is, and a lot of people don't want to talk about the two overlapping, but it's an overlap. It
Yeah,
always
right,
is.
right.
And I mean, but that's not just in the homeless community. I mean, you run into people that have a 9-to-5 job and they just have access to better drugs.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so
like pure coke.
yeah, exactly. It's not crack; it's cocaine.
Yeah,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
You know, and it's not heroin; it's pills. You know, because it's more of a designer drug. So that's definitely something you see. I mean, not just out here, but everywhere you go. I mean, I'm from the Northwest in Seattle.
Seattle.
So you see that. I mean, it's everywhere. And now it's to a point where you can walk around with. I don't know the actual regulated amount down here, but you can have pockets full of drugs and not go to jail. They just give you a ticket. And most of it, they won't even tip you. Like you can have meth, heroin, as long as it's not over a certain amount, it's passable. Yeah, it's the standard and regulation down here. It's pretty wild. To a point now where it's becoming, they didn't want to. The idea was that they didn't want to crowd the jails with a bunch of petty, minor drug charges. But what happened was now you have much more open, prevalent drug use because if you've got it on you, why wouldn't you do it? Like I said, this guy was literally, it was in the most busy portion of the strip up there where all the t-shirt shops were and everything. And the one guy was like bent down behind a bench, and then the other guys came over like, hey man. And so they all just kind of stood right there. And I'm talking people on bicycles. I kind of had to go around them, just sitting there smoking away. It's like, well, if I'm not going to get in trouble for having it, why would I not do it? I mean, you're not going to have a beer that's open and walk around and not drink it.
How long are you gonna stay in here, Los Angeles area?
Well, I've got to meet up with some people tonight, but I'll be down here until I'm doing a gig this weekend, and then I'm heading out to cover some stuff at the border. I don't know. I'll be back around for a while. Are you guys going to be here for a while?
Well, actually, we live in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I live in Cerritos. It's 15 miles from here.
Okay.
But I'm working with Korean Broadcasting System, located actual South Korea.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, we have some time.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like to link up again, we could definitely do that.
Yes. Can I get your number?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me do this real quick. Sorry guys, I got to mute you out here. Sorry guys, I'm not going to put my number on blast.
So, all right.
And then and that's the website it's cjtv.live, and then you got all the different media channels. So you can go to Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch.
Okay, then I'll talk to my supervisor in South Korea.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a text message.
Please do. Yeah. Absolutely.
I really appreciate that.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Good talking to you. Absolutely. Gentlemen, thanks for waiting for me to do my rap. Appreciate it. Here we go. So hopefully you guys can still, okay, we got our mic on, so we're running good. So I think we're gonna bop back over. You know what? Yeah, I want to find a way to kind of give you guys a look at what's going on across the street from here. Dixie, I don't know. I'm not sure what the premise of the doc. Maybe they just want to know what it's like in, I don't know, the American way, I guess. I don't know. So this is like the edge of it all over here. This is kind of, like I said, this is kind of where it all ends. You got the residential basically starts right here. Like this is damn near the cutoff, really. You got how you doing, boss? And then development, and then it goes into the residential from a lot of the tourist area. You want me to infiltrate and film? I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll be willing to contract me to do some work with them. We'll see what happens. What's up, Trisha out in Pennsylvania? What's up? All right, we're gonna walk down the strip down here. My dad spent a year in Seoul when I was a kid. Crazy times. Oh, it's a speaker. I thought that was a big camera. I was like, okay. Put this thing back up here where it belongs. 1 second. Now here's a contrast for you though. I'll set this up right here. So this is the contrast that you're seeing now between this restaurant that has typically outdoor veranda seating and these folks that actually have their own outdoor veranda seating. West LA, what up? Oh, Scott, there you are. I mean, I can't imagine. I'd be super angry if you're coming out for this life. You know what I mean? As far as like these folks that are living in these condos, these houses, that are paying X amount of dollars to live. And, you know, I mean, I couldn't imagine what one of these waterfront condos or houses cost. But these are full on like houses. Like, wow, there's a reward right here for something. It's a missing pedicab. Okay. This is a full-on garden. This is a heck of a setup. Dylan, I missed the first comment, man. Sorry. Look at this. Got a tomato garden going over here. That's intense. I don't get what's happening in here though, because like, this one's like, it's got a full-on, like it's a building. Is this a community thing, or is this like, is that a fridge? I swear the guy looks like he got a fridge. Oh, dude said, huh? Scott, I love that, man. Let me ask this guy over here real quick what's going on. Hey, my guy, what's going on across the street over here? Is that a city setup, or is that a homeless camp, the homeless installation right here?
What, this one right here?
This right here, yeah.
It's a homeless setup. That's where the lady lives.
Is it inside that gray one? That's her whole like little house right there, basically. That's pretty impressive for being homeless. I mean, you got a beachfront house with, she got a whole garden going in there and everything. Dang. You see many problems down here? Yeah, do you mind being on camera? You don't want to be on camera?
No, I don't mind, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious, man. I mean, you're down here, I mean, more than most, right?
Yeah.
What's it like down here? What kind of things do you see?
So far, like, the violent stuff you don't really see right here. I mean, it happens, but you usually see, like, a lot of crazy people just walking by.
Wait, what do you mean by crazy people?
Like, walking naked, around naked, talking to themselves, like. So most of the homeless people down here, they don't want houses.
Okay.
They don't want to. They live under the. They don't want to live under the government.
Right. They want to be off the grid.
They want. There you go. They want to be off the grid. And, and some of them that do out here, they need mental health.
Yeah.
Like if you see them, they walk around like not even knowing what they're doing.
Yeah, talking to themselves.
They don't. They don't take showers. They're just like. And
you can't walk around naked and not think that there might be an issue there.
Yeah, and you can ask a couple of homeless people, they'll tell you that they don't want to go to a little tiny houses that they're building because there's a curfew.
Right.
And they don't want to go through a curfew. They want to do what they want, how they want, without government intervention.
Yeah.
They consider themselves sovereign.
Yeah.
They don't want to follow the regular rules, so they choose to live right here.
Sure. What do you feel in general, like these folks here at the Venice Ale House or any of these other places, how do you think they feel about it?
I mean, there's really nothing you could. They probably feel like they don't want them here, but I mean, at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about it because I think not too long ago they had a route where you could pretty much pop a tent anywhere and they can't do nothing about it.
I think that's still in play right now during COVID.
Yeah, so it's funny. Like I could pop a tent in front of somebody's house as long as I'm not on their yard or on the sidewalk. I could pretty much pop a tent anywhere. The cops ain't gonna really do much.
Which is crazy because you got like $1 million home, right? And then you've got 3 or 4 tents right in front of it to have an even better view more beachfront property, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of
So that's what they're getting mad about. I'm sure a lot of folks.
yeah, there's a lot of tourists, and then too, like the danger, like anything can happen right here. I haven't really noticed anything happen, but I got the Citizen app,
Yeah.
and on that you see people being assaulted. Like a couple of weeks ago, there was some guy stole a gun from a nightclub security, and they came running down here and they stopped him right there.
They took the gun off the security guard.
And he shot it in the air, and then he came on a bicycle all the way down here.
Dang.
You see people right here fighting a lot.
I know there was a shooting down here where someone was fatally wounded.
Yeah, like anything can happen right here, especially at this time of night.
Have you been down here for a minute? Like for a while?
Probably about a couple months.
Okay. But do you know much about the area? Would you say it was like this even before COVID or before the homeless influx of homelessness?
I think it's probably may have been like just like a year or two before, because you have the gentrification, you know, like really kicking people out of their houses just from one day to the next by gentrifying like the areas. Like where I live in Highland Park, you had people paying $800 a month for two bedrooms. All of a sudden, one day to the next, it went up to $1,200.
I was about to say 800 is pretty affordable.
Yeah,
1,200 even is kind of affordable. I mean,
right. And nowadays, like if you want to rent a spot, an apartment, you got to make 3 times the rent.
Sure.
Like an apartment is $1,500, you got to make down there pretty much $5,000 just for them to rent you the apartment.
Yeah.
So it's like people don't make that much money a month. So how do you expect them to get a spot when they're asking too much?
Sure. And then, so do you see a lot of involvement with like the police and the homeless community down here?
Like, what do you mean involvement?
Like, I mean, do they spend much time trying to move them around, or
do
you see any arrests? No.
They don't do nothing wrong. They just come talk to them and then that's it.
Yeah.
As long as they're not assault anybody or anything like that, they don't really bother them.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like there's really nothing they can do. You know?
Sure. I mean, I appreciate you taking the time, bro.
Not
good,
a
all
problem,
right?
man.
Take it easy.
It's gonna be on YouTube or something? Or?
Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Yeah, that's what we do.
What's the channel? So I can...
CJTV. Yeah, you got your phone on your camera on your phone. You can just point it right at my barcode right there, and it should just pull it right up for you. Boom.
What is my camera?
Yeah, just pull up your camera, and then point it at the barcode, and it might even just automatically populate it.
Do I gotta take a picture?
No, you just it might not have the QR scanner on there.
Oh, web page. Tap here.
There you go. Tap that. Oh, where did it take you? Feelingfreaky.com. What is that? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what are you sending me to, bro? Like,
oh, that didn't work? Okay, maybe it's my old QR code. Okay. This CJTV Media. You'll see a guy with a face that looks just like mine because it's me. And yeah, you can just pop in YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, either one. I'm live right now, actually.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, cool.
So yeah, hop in, man.
Check it out, man.
Shout out, really appreciate you.
All right, no
All right, be good. So yeah, we're at this is the Venice house right here. All right. So let's take a look at what's cracking right here. Hold on, let's do this real fast. Set that up. Let's chill for a second. I got to see if I get. And sorry if the mic spikes every once in a while, guys. It's tough to tell if I'm redlining or not. Let me do this real quick. No, we're good. We're good. But I need to see if this is still charging or not. Looks like that's a negative. All right, sit tight for 1 sec. Let me know how it sounds right now. Like I said, I'm trying not to be too loud in the mic, but oh, AJ, good night. Venice Beach, California right now. All right, there we go. Keep strolling here. there's music playing. I want to interview that guy, but he's standing right in front of us. There's a bunch of music playing down there, and I was hoping to interview the dude, but you know how it goes with copyright stuff. Some more art going on over here. Damn it, man! Like, look at this place right here. You guys are seeing this house. Like, it's just beautiful. It's crazy. Yeah, good. The sound should be all right. Yeah, bro.
Somebody somewhere, somebody must care. Somebody somewhere, somebody must care. There's a singer in the alley, there's a poet on the street. The cops say all dry, such bad gas.
We're gonna chill here for a second.
Gonna get away. 1999, it's a computer game. Oh, that's what I say. But up on the hard ride, 165 miles per hour, a red Beetle Ferrari is gone. I'm coming to town. Oh, Hollywood bound, going round and round. Somebody somewhere, somebody must care. Somebody somewhere, somebody must care. Somebody somewhere,
Yeah, he's good.
somebody must care. Somebody somewhere, somebody must care. My father is a wealthy banker, my mother is an alcoholic. I am but their unfortunate son. But I got a lot of money, makes my life pretty funny. I have some fun, somewhere at the one. Late at night I hear the clinking of my mother's glass.
Yeah, Street Smart's the name of the band, or his name. His name is here, Peter Demian.
It's all he's got, it's all he ever had, it's all he ever had. Somebody somewhere, somebody must care. Somebody somewhere, somebody must care.
You're ridiculous, Trisha.
Somebody must care. Somebody somewhere, somebody must care. $30,000 laid on the line. It won't buy you happiness, it only buys you time. My father will invest that, the shake copies. He got me a deed, dear father. Me, I'm all alone in my life. I got the drugs I need. I'm unhappy with my life. Will you please, what can be done to change my life? To make me one, to make me one,
Sorry, guys.
to make me one.
Yeah, he's got a boss vibe to him.
Somebody must care. Somebody, somewhere.
I don't think he's taking requests.
How you gonna get away? 1999, it's a computer day. Well, that's what I say. But above all, I'm right. 165 miles per hour. A red Ferrari is down. I'm coming to town. Hey, Hollywood bound. Going round and around. Somebody somewhere. Somebody must care. Somebody somewhere. Somebody must care. Somebody somewhere. Somebody must care. Somebody somewhere. Somebody must care.
Killing it. We're gonna keep pushing, y'all. Hey man, you got a great vibe. Y'all sound incredible. We love it. Yeah.
This is the first time I played with him.
Really?
Yeah, normally he's at the car. I can't play with him.
Well, hey, you know what? Yeah, good vibes, no matter what you do, right? You're killing it. You missed. You got it? All right. All right, y'all. Pete, take care, man. All right, brother. Be good. Man, I could sit and listen to that cat all night. He does. People keep asking me to put in requests. I'm pretty sure old boy is not doing requests. That's not how he gets down. That's not the jam. But any more than me knowing where the hell I parked. But you can tell now, like, you know, not like there's more tents, but these are the same ones that were down here from before. Has thinned out quite a bit. There's not nearly as many people out here right now. Peter Demain. Yeah, dude is killing it, man. Power off your GoPro. Okay, well. Sorry guys, I'm just cutting off some of my cameras here. Saving a little bit of my battery life. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. Man, some of these murals are incredible, y'all. This is the Venice Suites right here. How about it, huh? We need to talk about Vern. Casey, why do we need to talk about Vern? So what's up, guys? Any questions? I mean, we've got about 3 hours in here. Anything you're curious about that I might be able to shine some light on, please throw it my way right now. Oh, you pay for requests. Oh, okay. I don't think we're doing that either. But here, I gotta show you guys this real quick. So, this one's calling itself the Sanctuary on Venice. What's up, Taji boy? Big shout out. Hey, if you're watching now, Taji, big shout out to my little nephew Taj, Juju. Love you guys. I think they might be tuned in right now. I just want to give them some love. So this sanctuary here says, yeah, Jen, I did. I thought my watch did it for me though, but apparently it didn't. Maybe it did, I don't know. But, I mean, this one's got free food, it says, as well as books. It's almost appropriately defeating diabetes. We were just talking about that. There's a bracelet right there. It's the Kings. LAX. I have to hold on to that for the trip. And then here's like, you know what's wild is this is really similar to hashtag helping Venice is what that says right there. Yeah, I think I've got a couple more left. I'm gonna try to grab some couple people on my way out. Miso Coney, killing it. Says we do art, not drugs. But I mean, legit, man. If you guys were gonna go somewhere, if you were houseless, whatever you want to call it. Hey. Okay. I'm just impressed with what you have going here. It's amazing. It's very reminiscent of like European travel, man. Everyone is super inclusive. It's all about like the mutual aid. It's beautiful. You don't see that enough. Good. No, not at all. I don't think you don't see enough of like the other side of things. And that's really what I came down here for, is because mainstream media was painting a big picture, and I was like, well, I'm from Seattle. Yeah, I was just putting it up there actually. No, I totally get it. I absolutely understand it. I completely understand that. I think it's great what you're doing. Yeah. Actually I have, you know what, I have these right here. Let me set these down real quick. But I was doing work. I was talking to folks actually about the crisis that they had deemed right here. But I was handing out these food bags as well. And it's getting kind of dark, so I figure that people are kind of going to sleep now. Yeah, but I got. And these are the ultimate munchie bags right here. So here, I'll give you a bunch, and you can take these. Yeah, they're super set up. They got like, you know, kind of like the snacks that you don't usually get, which are the hits. And I got a couple sodas in here too that are left from earlier that I was handing out as well. No, don't even sweat it. Don't even sweat it. Nah, yeah, I got a couple more over here. She said it. It's all right. Yeah, we're all on that level, right? We're all trying to figure it out. She said, I don't feel bad, especially when you're trying to, you know, you're working to uphold and protect and kind of like.
It's so beautiful. They come here, they paint, they read. I'm trying to get some play started.
Really?
Yeah. Just for like the ones that are really young that just don't know what to do, they just wander. Hey, come over here, let's paint, let's do something in this garden.
Something to occupy, especially if, I went through it. I went through it. I know the hardest part is like when you're going through that detox, when you're like, man, I got to find some way to like occupy myself so that I don't slide back in.
That also teaches the basic laws of being a human. You gotta, ask to come in, to use things, and
Yeah.
they're abiding. It's not funny, but it's beautiful.
Is that what, you're smiling.
Yeah.
Were you expecting that? I
wasn't. I didn't think it would grow this big, but I've been manifesting this for a while. And
Okay.
I kind of started online with virtual, so many depressed people online.
Sure.
And I used to play this game, and I created a chat room that was called Safe Haven, or the Sanctuary, and they always came on there and joined the room and started talking about themselves and their lives, and I thought it was real, like, inspirational, so why not start it out here? I love being out here, I love selling my art, so everyone knows how to do stuff, they just don't know what to do.
Right. I've always said like we would be the most like amazing people if we had a guru or somebody that could like look at you for the potential you have and say, I know how to mold that.
Yeah.
And then just show you, give you the tools you need and say, all right, now you do the work, but you've already got the gift. Like, here's how you take that to the next level.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think we all feel that way sometimes. Like, man, I'd be an amazing singer if I had a good singing coach, or I'd be an incredible painter if I had the right paints. But when you put those tools in someone's hand, they can really do some amazing magic.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do here. How are you doing?
Well, it drew me in.
Yeah,
So it's
that's good,
working.
right?
You know, it's working, you know? Tell us, okay, so tell folks where they can see it, where they can find it. Like, tell the Instagram and everything.
The Instagram is the sanctuary. The sanctuary, safe haven.
The Sanctuary Safe Haven. So it's
Yeah.
at the Sanctuary Safe
At the
Haven.
sanctuary, safe haven. Yeah.
Okay.
Just started it, but already on there, I got the quotes going. I got people actually painting, and it's
I
so
love
beautiful.
it.
It's gonna be more.
Oh, it'll grow. It'll grow. I know we've got,
Down on Thornton, we might have another one opening up, another
Really?
sanctuary, just down that end, yeah. Because we're already pushing it back that way. We want to like push them out,
Yeah.
So not like push them out, but
Sure.
let's heal Venice. Anyway.
Heal Venice.
No one's really doing it. No one's really out here being with them and doing it. They just come out here, food,
Yeah.
But there's no one that's really on the streets with them and saying, okay, it's gonna be better.
It leaves a little bit of a vacuum, when
Okay.
you come in and you do all this work and then you disappear,
Yeah.
and people are left like, well, I come to
Yeah.
expect it or needing it, and then it's not there for them.
Yeah. So it's here all night, 24/7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was this something you had planned on doing at some point in your life? Were you ever really like,
Yeah, I actually wanted a sanctuary in 5 points in the United States, starting with Cali, somewhere in Texas, somewhere maybe New York, somewhere in the middle, and up north somewhere.
come to Seattle? We could use
Seattle?
it. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
That's where I live. Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah. There's definitely a need for. I mean, people. I think people just need to be inspired.
Yeah.
They need to be inspired by people that are doing like what you're doing, and giving them opportunity to see another way,
That part.
which is a
It's,
big deal.
Life through a different perspective. That's what we have on Instagram.
Life through a different perspective.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. This kind of goes into like mine was about elevating voices. That's a whole platform that I developed for my live stream, is just trying to find people in the crowd that
I
are.
love what you do.
I
It's so
appreciate that.
beautiful.
Thank you.
It's really beautiful.
I thought you were going for some dap right there, and I was like, all right.
Oh, no. Like, you can still get some, though.
Okay, I
Good
appreciate
energy.
that.
Good
Good,
positive
good,
energy.
good.
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, so I'm on
Hey,
YouTube,
Phoenix.
Facebook, and Twitch right now.
Gee, yes. I
Yeah.
have to expand mine more to YouTube because when we talk, it's like, oh, we need to get this on camera, but I'll be too late.
What you do is, just start getting clips, like whenever you chat, and then just put those up, and the more once you get enough viewage, then you can start going live, and then you can go live. I mean, you could go live the whole time, like have a 24/7 live camera running.
Oh, we get down, yeah.
When I walked by earlier, I think I was on the other side. You had a good group of people up here, and I was just like, man.
Yeah, they had went to the store. They be back. Anyway, it's all ages too, all different
Yeah.
type of races, and we try not to pinpoint each other's races and opinions and views. We all
Sure.
try to accept each other for who we are. And
That's good.
Think about the main objective here is to help the people in Venice. So,
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So what's your background? Where are you from? Are you from this area? or-
From Jersey. I was born in Philadelphia. Moved to Atlanta. That's where I did my music. I'm an artist of all sorts. But right now, I'm working on my artistry, my painting and my drawing. I did music already, so I'm venturing out on my other crafts. I
Sure.
guess. Someone told me, you can't do everything. You got to pick one, and I guess you can't be the master of all talents. I said, screw that. I'm Jack Master.
So there you
I
go.
will do everything.
Yeah, don't let him tell you that. You're like, you
I
can't.
will do everything.
Apparently, you haven't met me yet, right?
That part,
Yeah,
okay?
right?
Okay.
That's
I
good.
want to inspire people to do other things, Whatever you want to do, just do it. And you
I
can
think
come
if
out
art
here.
beats in your soul, like you'll find, like you'll come out in so many different mediums, which I think is beautiful.
It
I
is
mean,
beautiful. Like, oh man, you gotta see like Venice. Like, you've been here a few times, right?
Yeah, I've come down here a couple
in
times.
In the daytime,
yeah.
it's more live, and everyone's happy. But when it gets at night, everyone's like, "Well, damn."
Now what?
No happy. Yeah, now what?
Yeah.
We keep that same energy. We come here, eat. I'm trying to get like a little a fire thing. What is it thingies called with the butane?
Little hibachi type thing.
Yeah, start really cooking for everyone and get that home feeling again.
We've seen that. So I started off doing what I do, like in the Occupy protest in Seattle, the autonomous zone up there, and then down into Portland. And you had things like Riot Ribs or Revolution Ribs. I don't remember the new name of it. I'm sure my viewers would tell you, and that was what it was, all free food that was donated, and they would just cook for the homeless community, and then of course the protesters. But this is a lot more of a standoff situation. It was much more militant, but it was definitely that kind of mutual aid aspect of things.
Okay. Everyone has their views on people on the beach, but at the same time we're all human.
Sure.
And I feel like this land belongs to no one. It belongs to everyone. So we have to learn to coexist in each other's space.
What do these folks like across the street feel about it?
Well,
Like,
they are mad they're paying so much money.
I was just saying that. I'm like, I know some of these places got to be going for like $1 million plus, a couple million at least for some of these
They're
buildings.
beautiful. They're beautiful. And it's not what I'm not a materialistic person.
Sure.
I love nature. I mean, teach his own, They want to live like that. They want to live like that. Don't be mad though.
Right.
There's other sources you can, You can live like us.
I think this is what they thought they were doing. They're like, no, I got
That
beachfront
part.
property, and then they're
That
like,
part.
now they have the better beachfront property than I've got.
Because then it done fucked up. You know?
Watch it. Oh,
That's Nick. That's Nick.
I got.
I'm Simba down here. You know that.
We're on live, man.
Live.
Yeah.
Live.
I thought you were gonna hit that garbage can, Nick. I thought for sure that we were.
This is everyone's spirit right now. Everyone's happy. Everyone's celebrating. Newcomer right here.
That's good.
We're gonna trade for the skateboard for this bike. Maybe.
Okay.
Switching it up.
You know, there's so many people. We get homeless people every day. Everyone just come here. They just don't know what to do. They just wander. I was a wanderer.
Okay.
I had wandered out here. I said, what am I going to do? I slept at the fig tree. I said, oh, this ain't it. Once I seen that water bug, I said, no, this is not it. I gotta get me a tent and really start getting on my grind if I really want to be out here and pursue my artistry.
Yeah.
So, Twitch, Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah,
How many
man.
followers you have, bro?
Across platforms like 60, 70,000.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. I'm so glad I didn't scare you away. I really
No,
want
you're
this to be
good.
out there.
Try as I do, so it would take a lot more. I would have tried to soften it, but if you'd have asked me to leave, I'd have respectfully walked away. But
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome. My heart is warm.
likewise.
This is
So
what
you,
was your name?
CJ,
CJ.
Yeah.
Nas.
Nas, pleasure to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
Yeah,
Never angry. Smile.
easy to remember and
Yeah,
beautiful
that's good.
sentiment. That's wonderful. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Nas, I'm gonna let you get back to what you're doing, but it was good talking to you. And I'll hit you up on Instagram. We'll make sure that we'll plug it, and you guys make sure to go ahead and follow Nas over at the Sanctuary Safe Haven on IG. And you know, I'm looking forward to seeing some more posts coming out of here.
Absolutely. We're gonna hang everyone's art up. Everyone's doing something, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be out. I'm gonna get the gate face. I'm trying to do some lights, solar lights that will hang up there.
Okay.
The ambiance a little bit more.
Well, I mean, if you look at, did you think when you were in New Jersey that you'd be doing art on a beach, like
No.
looking at one of the most beautiful ocean
You know, it's
sceneries?
crazy. I've had a house. I had a townhouse. I had 2 apartments, and I've never had this much stuff in my place. It's
Really?
as much as I had on the beach. No.
Just been a super minimalist.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things we talked about a little bit earlier, was how before they would do sweeps of the beach, and so everyone had to take their tent and leave at like 6 a.m. But then now that they're not doing that because of COVID, like people are setting up more of like a human footprint. They're like, well, if I don't have to leave my tent, I might as well get a chair, and now I'll have a table. And now eventually you've got a whole you've got like a veranda, you've got like the pastures out back for.
It's junk people do not want it, you know.
Yeah.
I say, you know, another what's the saying?
Which
another
one?
man's trash is another man's
We have
trash.
heard that like 3 times today. No
Today?
joke. A guy I was just interviewing Buck down the way here. He had a guitar, pretty broken up, but he's like, one man's trash, another man's treasure. Doesn't play, but I might put it together with some popsicle sticks and toothpicks. And I was like,
People
well,
live for that. Everyone throws that junk out and gives it to us anyway. So.
I saw down there was a big dumpster, like on the other side of those garbage cans.
Yeah, that's the next little project. Is to clean that over there. That's so disgusting.
To clean it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
At least around the area and put the trash in the trash can.
Where it belongs, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of donations? No?
And actually today just started the GoFundMe page.
Okay. Okay.
But today I went out of my pocket and I went to go buy some food for us to eat for the next, 3-4 days. Really
Yeah.
good. But the food we do scavenge and people give it to us, like in the daytime we try and save it and then keep it for the night.
Okay. You said that's an interesting word, the food that we scavenge.
I mean, like, the churches and stuff, they sit out in the parking lot, they come by, they just drop off food.
Oh,
Burritos, we just got burritos.
Really?
Yeah.
So one of my viewers was saying that they're from here, and they were saying that, like, when I was mentioning how, like, there was a guy down in the dumpster, and I was talking to these other guys from South Korea, and he was going through the garbage can looking for food. He was like, don't buy into it, man. Like, they get fed. And I was like, I didn't really know what he meant. And I was talking about more people that don't understand. Maybe they have mental disabilities that are mental issues that don't understand how to make resources work for them.
Some people don't even know, like, these checkpoints, I call them checkpoints of food that's around. They're so busy doing other things. And, we save it for them. So when they do get hungry at night, or they just missed the checkpoint, they have it here.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Do they offer much? I mean, is it like a meal, like 3 meals a day type thing, or is it just usually one meal a day?
Sometimes, I guess on the good days,
Yeah.
we get a lot of food. But that's why, the community is so large, so we all can go.
Sure.
And they give us, more than enough for one person.
Right.
So we all come together.
Do you think these folks in these buildings over here are mad at the churches for providing the food?
That'd be crazy.
I mean, I think that
That's kind
maybe
of evil, no?
I would. Yeah, I want to see everyone get fed. Absolutely. I mean, I don't care what.
The only part that they mad about is the trash part. That's the only thing I can see logical. It's how trashy the tents look.
Yeah.
And if they all were white tents, I think that would look better. But, you know,
Just uniform color across the board, so it's not so spotty.
That part.
Okay. Well, this is kind of like a quilt, if you will. Yeah, it's got kind of a quilt vibe, you know.
It does, huh?
Do you see? Have you seen? I mean, you're out here all 24/7. So, do you see much like violence and crime, like you've been hearing about a lot in the news?
Yeah, not really. Arguments, loud people. Most of the drama I try to extinguish because 9 times out of 10, you know, it's just people ranting about crazy stuff or, you know, something deep within them. So
Yeah.
I try to like mediate it as best I can.
Sure.
If I can, if I know I can, then I will intervene.
And a lot of that's like kind of the rules, like the rules of this, like of the street, right? Like things that you just don't do. Like you don't steal from.
Yeah, you don't steal. You don't hit a woman.
Yeah.
You don't. You know.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff's common sense. Like if you thought about it, I think a lot of people that haven't ever been around like homelessness or have never even been homeless themselves don't appreciate like that. That's so people understand. We talk about houseless and homeless, right? Because some people make a very distinct. They want to make a distinguishing characteristic between the two is this is my home. I just don't have a house, you know, by traditional standard. But so you don't want to just go into someone else's house or take something from someone's front lawn. But there are people that do that. I mean, good, my guy. How are you? Good to see you again. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
We try not to do it. We try to teach others not to do it because you wouldn't like it when it's done to you. Then you want someone to help you.
Sure.
Now we can't help you because you're a thief now. So.
Right.
Karma.
And it got to make it hard for everyone else. I know that's kind of like what this guy was saying earlier was that like that it's an issue when someone starts stealing, then it makes it hard for everybody else because now you're all just viewed as stealing.
That part.
As thieves, or like you said, we make art. We do art, not drugs.
That part.
That idea is that like to change the viewpoint that you know some people need help. I mean, like you said, you're trying to help in your way, and a lot of people that are out here don't know how to get help, and some people maybe don't want the help.
Don't want help. You can't make them, but when they start seeing everyone gravitate to the good, then what are you gonna do?
You know, the light, the dark will always move away from the light. You know what I mean?
Yes, and already so much has come this way.
Yeah,
and they're good people. Yeah.
Do you find more people come in like just to be around the sanctuary here?
Yes.
Really?
I've changed. You know, me and this woman used to argue all the time. Now she don't even argue. She's more free spirit. She dresses different now.
Really?
And we have an understanding now. Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, just sending out the good energy.
Just watching me and doing good.
Yeah.
Action speaks.
Absolutely. That's incredible.
Yeah. Gotta show people sometimes. You know, you can't really tell them and change them, but just show them.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. So you said something earlier before we got to know each other on this such a deep level.
I know, right?
Right.
Spiritual, didn't
Back
it?
when you were like, get off of my porch. You were talking about the tourists and whatnot. So what's the scoop? You get people to come down and kind of just like look at how terrible these people are. Is that what kind of you were thinking?
You know what? In the past 5 days, I've only had one person. He was riding on a bike. He was just talking crap. Oh, the Venice has changed. I try to ignore people like that.
Sure.
You know, you see good. Stop being mean.
Yeah. I'm sure for some people it's hard to process.
It is.
You know, because it is a lot of the optics. Like what you see in the news is pretty crazy. Like,
You can't believe it.
you know, you'll see tent fires and you see like people getting shot. And I think one of the things we got to remember is that like I was trying to explain earlier, like this is LA. Like this is no stranger to violence or to crime or to shootings or things like that. This happens all the time. And when you have a community that's being built here, which is what happens when you have people that this is a community. I mean, whether people want to acknowledge it or not, whether they like it here or not, or want it here or not, it is a community. There's going to be statistics that come into that community. There's going to be some that work, some that don't. Obviously there's going to be that variant, but there's going to be crime as well. And it's going to come down to the community as well. As like, granted, there's a line now from this community to like that community. And I think they would like to think of themselves as a fully different community. But in all fairness, like, you're all in the same area. You know what I mean? I mean, this is,
same thing, really.
I would hope. I would definitely hope. You know, keep pushing for change. How you doing, boss? Just soaking it up. So you trading the bike for the board or the board for the bike?
Switching. I'm not sure. Like, I'm thinking about it, but I'm thinking about switching it instead. Just like sometimes using the board and switching to the bike.
Just kind of switch up how many wheels you're rolling on, bro. You'll still get to where you're going. All right.
My bike was actually stolen, but
Oh, speaking of,
I was blessed with another bike and a skateboard.
and a skateboard.
Yeah.
Came down twofold. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Double down on you. That's good.
So, hey, someone else needed that. Someone else needed them wheels.
You know, I try to remind myself of that. So I've lost some things in my life. Like I used to do a lot of spoken word, and like I had my chapbook, like all of my poetry for like 2-3 years. And I was at an internet cafe, and I went to the bathroom, came back, and someone stole it. But it was all of my work, and it broke my heart. But I had to think, like, hopefully somebody got it, and they're like, this is what I needed to read. I needed this in my life. So I'm like, all right, I'll accept that. I mean, it still took me a long time to get. I'm still not over it. And that was like 18 years
It's
ago.
like giving someone $1 when you know you have it without feeling a certain way because you know that person might need that $1.
Sure.
And if you give that person $1 with the hatred, oh, he's not gonna give it back. You're not gonna get that $1.
Right. Yeah. Loaning and giving is very different. You know what I mean? But I think look, one of the things that you're talking about is a big deal. I think a lot of people don't appreciate like everyone. It feels good to help, right? And it feels good to give and to like pick somebody up.
I've cried already. It feels so good.
Yeah.
I know it's meant for this.
Yeah. But it's a lot of people don't know where they can help and how to help. So it's good that you're able to like, you know, to take it and kind of put the technology into the situation and say, hey, here's a focal point now. That isn't going to be what you're seeing on mainstream media, which is like 10 fires and stabbings, where people can figure out how they can help, you know, if they want to make it better. And for a lot of people that are watching that are from the area, and I know there's probably a bunch that are probably feeling some sort of way about it, but like things are the way they are, and the best way to do something about it is to work with making a change, right? You're not going to take a bulldozer and run down this strip. That's not going to happen.
Oh no, you cannot do that.
Right. So work
That's
internally.
so toxic.
Yeah. We saw that up in Seattle. We've seen it in a lot of places. And it's hard because even I have mixed feelings about a lot of it, but I know a lot of people really, they want to know that they're contributing and doing better, but it's hard for them to like accept this, you know?
It's not gonna take overnight either. Like I've learned that.
Yeah.
But just keep the foot on foot on them, and we're gonna be good.
Yeah.
We're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hey, the community is growing every day.
Yeah.
Every day, and everyone wants to do something like. And the sanctuary, like they're gravitated towards the energy.
Yeah.
It's positive.
Like I said, I did.
And we're all tired. We're all just want some peace.
Sure.
And when you find peace, you want to hold on to that peace.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's what we're all looking for, right?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
no matter what life you live, you know. And if you can find it living outside of the orthodox views of the way that society says you have to live, good for you, you know. You
Going against the grain.
Yeah, you stepped out of the matrix, right?
Yeah.
Like you got out of the assimilation. That's good.
And that's where they're mad at. We're playing limbo with the system.
Limbo with the system. That's a scary one though, because it can chop you up. Well, Nas, I'm gonna let you get to it.
Hey,
Again.
Nas,
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for what you're doing. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
All right, you take care. I'll swing through. I'll talk to you again, okay? We'll check in on you, and I'll check in on the gram. All right, Joe. Be good.
Have a good day, bro.
Hey, you too, man. Be good. Good luck on the bike, skateboard swap.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
No, the other skateboard. That dude was like, wait, what? He thought he was gonna get rolled for his skateboard. I mean, she has some amazing views, but a gorgeous person as well. It's incredibly beautiful. But yeah, so
If I'm like Mason, you want to.
I'm sure that people have had some conflicting views about that conversation, but I think it's great. I think it's beautiful that they had an opportunity to like find something within all of this to help people that are going through this. Yeah, I'm still on, Danielle. So now we're gonna make that long trek back to the car, I think. Actually, I have no idea where I parked. We'll figure it out though. Have a good night. Oh man, this is where I was watching a video from right here earlier. There's Bruce. Speaking of Springsteen, there he is. What's up, my guy? I mean, it's not Bruce Springsteen. It's a copy of a Bruce Springsteen song that's done by a guy named Steve. I don't have copyrights for anything. But that's not Bruce Springsteen that you're hearing. Ooh-wee. It's definitely a different vibe out here right now, though. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. There we go. That's better. Yeah, you did, Lisa. You were just telling me to make that request. Somebody heard it, obviously. The assimilation heard the request. Gave you some Bruce Springsteen. Man, where the hell did I park? I got no idea. Actually, I know where I parked now. We're good. And these are like full-on like villages. I'll tell you what's interesting right now, though, is I'm getting a lot of different views or looks from people right now that are kind of like they don't really know how to take. Yeah, Rick, I am. It's going to be later this summer, but we're going to do a boxing. So you guys haven't really put out an announcement for it yet, but late this summer, I'm going to be doing a fundraiser with my guy Baloo out of Portland. You might remember him as a streamer there from down there. We're going to be doing a boxing match. But we're going to set up, it's going to be a whole event. So it's going to take us a little time to get it structured, but it'll be pretty sweet when we get it done, when we get it all set up. And that's all I'm going to say. There's more to be announced. There's a lot more to come. What a place down here, though. You can see all the tents off over here. I'll tell you what was interesting about Nas was, and if somebody would go ahead and DM me the link, well, thank you, Casey. DM me the link to the sanctuary back there so that I can follow up with them. Because that's definitely what they're doing there, I think, is important, which is trying to give people that are out here already an alternative to some of the things that make being out here. This is shut up, Jen. To the things that have kind of made all of this out here such a negative situation for people to see. So Craig, let's go ahead and touch on that. So Craig Stewart just said, plenty of jobs, go to work, I guess. I don't know if you're kind of joking or whatever, but we got to look at that for what it is right now. There's not as many jobs right now as there could be, but there are plenty of jobs out there. It's a big step to go from, living in a tent on the beach to a job interview, or let's take a step past that. It's not even a job interview. Let's go way before that. What it takes to even get into that interview. Getting a resume put together online on a computer, getting that resume in front of people, and then getting yourself to a place where you're presentable enough to be distinguished out of the slew of people that are interviewing for said job to get hired. And trust me, from a guy who's had more jobs than I could possibly count, that's not an easy task, man. So you got folks that are they're trying to make that step in life, but it takes a while to get there, and you got to have the right opportunities, I think, to flat out to get you there. It's not easy, it takes effort. So, what's up, man? So, and again, yeah, like Lori's saying, I am a little bit, I got a soft spot for folks that are going through the struggle though, because like we've all gone through our own struggles. But I know there was a point in my life where I was very far from, so far from hireable in any kind of job. And then when I wanted to become hireable, when I wanted a job, when I wanted to start going back to work after I kind of sorted out my demons, I was so far at a deficit that like it was, you know, it was so far away from, I was so far away from being in a position where I could actually make that happen. Like I would have had to like, I don't even know where I would have gone. I mean, it took me forever to get to that point where I could actually get a, whatever. So it'd have been impossible for me to get to a point where like just overnight, like I'd have had to like grind on that for a while, you know, to get there. Ooh, that's the jam. I said that dude wasn't happy about it. But I guess, oh damn, that's a trip. Oh, check this out. Sorry, there was a whole lot of stuff happening behind me. I was interested in hearing what they were saying. It's a Spud McKenzie dog. I'm gonna see those dogs every day. Yeah, Christy, there is. Yeah, it sounded like it was growling for a second, didn't it? So Christy over on Facebook was asking if there's a contrast between Huntington Beach and Venice. Based off when I was there last, when I was in Huntington Beach, granted there was a whole protest thing happening and it was that whole White Lives Matter thing and then it turned into counter protest, but definitely a different vibe. Not a different vibe, different presence. I didn't see nearly the amount of homelessness that was up in Huntington, which is like North LA, if I'm getting my vibe or my geography right here, as you're seeing down here in Venice. But you know, I'm sure it was there, it's just not something that I saw. So, but where we were down at the Huntington Beach Pier. And I mean, for all I know, it could have just been that, like legit, if you're down here in Venice, you could go. So when I first started today, I was way up here, up on the, or down here on the south end, on the south side of the beach. And there was nothing happening down there. Like, and then I got up by the skate park actually. I didn't realize where I was at. And then I talked to the dude at the skate park, who was like a local icon. That guy was legit. And then I realized that he was like, "No, man, up north is where things are kind of, you know, things are different up there." Yeah. And he was spot on about that. Like the north side of Venice, I guess from what he said, from the Venice Beach sign north. Hold up one second. Killing them vibes. From the Venice Beach sign north is where there's a lot of homelessness. I mean, that's all you're seeing down here right now, though. Everyone else is kind of left. There's no tourists. Everyone's, you know, everyone down here are just people that kind of live down here. Right? Or folks walking their dogs. Might be Rick. You never know. Might have to put it out there. I mean, I'm reading the bottom of a comment right here talking about low-level body spray, dress casually and feel comfortable. Don't say you live on a beach, but you're in the middle of locating locally and looking for housing, etc. I don't know the top part of that, but I see where you're at with the vibe on the bottom part, though. What's up, Rocky? Yeah. We're getting down to where I started off, which is kind of down where like the bodybuilding place is. Did that come in right here? Oh, maybe not. Either way. Washington Street. Brocky, are you down here right now? Are you down in Venice? Hello. How y'all doing?
Good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you.
What are you doing there?
I do a live stream show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you guys want to say hi?
No.
Okay. You guys from here?
Yeah.
Hi, well, not on camera here, but how are you feeling about everything happening down here right now?
There's work to be done, my friend. There's work to be done.
Work to be done. But as a whole, is this still the Venice that you knew originally? Yeah.
It's
Okay.
definitely still Venice we've known forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I arrived here in 1985,
Okay.
and
It's just like-
Venice was, I mean, there was a city on the beach.
Yeah.
A city.
A homeless
I mean,
city.
It was a home.
And that's
It was like
85,
a.
so it's like, what, 30 years later?
Yeah.
It's still the same. So, but there was like, it was insane. The
Right.
whole beach was just tense, and so it's always been like this.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it about Venice that drew you in? That didn't deter you from the beginning?
We don't from, I mean, we live in Santa Monica, but Venice for us is part of our culture. It's part of, life.
Yeah.
Life
Yeah.
here, It's part of what we do.
It's a very vibrant,
mean,
eclectic
if you
blend
Yeah.
of people, which
If
I
you
think
want
is
some
wonderful.
Energy, you come down a Sunday afternoon at like 1 o'clock. Or 12
Yeah.
o'clock or
Yeah.
2 o'clock. or
We'll
4.
come down just
And it's
for a
just
walk
buzzing.
with our
It's
dog.
people skateboarding.
Yeah.
And it's just people watching. It's just fascinating.
Sure.
I mean,
Well, even today, I got down there probably, I don't know, 4 o'clock-ish, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
you can be trans, straight, green, pink, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Nobody cares,
It's a very inclusive,
Yeah.
very inclusive environment down here. I think that's one of the things that,
I mean, the problem is drugs. There's a lot of shit going on. I mean, there's a lot
Sure.
you can get everything down here. So that's the other part of it.
drugs being a problem, yeah. But I think anywhere you go where there's like
But
a,
I
There's
mean,
drugs,
it doesn't.
prostitution,
It's
Sure.
It's
all
always
those.
been the same. That's what I think.
right.
Venice
think
is
very
Venice.
changed.
Do you think it's just the drugs have changed? Like,
maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
because you figure there's just as
Not-
many
not even-
people, but
It's still heroin. It's still been heroin since the 80s and it's still heroin today, so it's still the same stuff,
yeah,
Coke,
whatever. I mean, I know I saw some people that were like right here actually that were smoking meth, just openly.
Yeah, they give
But I
it-
mean, I've seen that in places all over, anywhere. Back in Seattle where I'm from, it's, but up there, you'll walk down the street and you'll see people just shooting up like on the street.
Yeah,
And,
downtown LA, go downtown. I mean, you want homeless, go down to
Skid Row.
Fourth Skid Row.
where is Skid Row exactly?
Oh my God, have you not been down there?
No.
Dude, you gotta go. That's serious shit. Now, there's 60,000 people down there. It's
Serious. It's like Alameda and
Fourth.
That's like downtown LA though.
Downtown.
Yeah, you gotta go check it out. Just walk through it.
I know just parts of
The
like
weird thing is 3 blocks up, it's like, transitioning into this like, new
emerging,
downtown,
amazing,
gentrified,
yeah.
all gentrified, but 3 blocks down, it's fucking homeless. Like, I mean, I'm talking blocks
Tense, like blocks
and
of
blocks
just
of
tense.
people just homeless.
Wow.
I don't think
So that's really the crisis that people have been talking about in the news. It's not Venice so much. It's,
Venice,
I mean, if you live in Venice, I'm sure
they've
this
cleaned
is,
Venice a bit. They've actually made some, because my kids live around the corner. It's been pretty bad down there, but they've kind of cleaned it up a little bit. They move around, they clean up one area and they got another
Right
area.
near Air One.
yeah.
Have you seen
know
up
where
there?
Air One
There's
is?
like a
Where is
whole.
it?
I walked all the way up to like where the residential begins
so-
up
And
there.
there's not much going on
You've been
there,
up to,
right?
you've
No.
been up to Abbot Kinney? Know where Abbot Kinney?
No, I don't think.
Okay, so Abbot Kinney is like a Melrose, like a hip street.
Okay.
But off that street, there's like homeless roads, like just roads with like just streets with homeless. They got tents, they got barbecues, man.
Man, I walked by the parking lot up here. There was the guy, the parking lot attendant, and I thought that across from him, right across from the parking attendant's booth, there was another booth set up with a garden. There was multi-level gardens, and I thought maybe it was a city installation, like where they stored tools for gardening. Like, no, a woman lives there. A homeless woman lives there. But I've lived. My first apartment, I guarantee, was smaller than
So
that
how long
in
you been in
Seattle.
LA?
I'm from Seattle, so
How long have you been here for?
I've got family that lives down here, so I come down pretty regularly. But I'm usually coming down to do some work. Like he does work in the film industry.
Good, man.
So you know we'll do something when I'm down here. But I do this live stream show and I travel all over the country with it and just covering different events that are taking place. Mostly events that are taking place. A lot of it's been protesting, but then I kept seeing when I was down here, everyone's like, "Oh, Venice is it's falling apart. It's sinking into the ocean." And so I got to.
You come here and it's nuts, right?
And I'm not kidding. I just remembered where I parked actually, which is like 2 blocks this way. I've been more or less lost trying to find my car this whole time. Like I don't know where I'm at. But when I came in, it was not at all what I didn't see a single tent. And then I thought, they're lying. Until I finally went up north. I went up north a little bit and on the beach, and then I finally started seeing it. Even in just in the last couple of weeks, right?
Yeah. Even I
What
mean,
happens is one
it
tent-
changes every day because
What
my
happens? One
friend
tent
is a
hits and
photographer.
they're not moved, and then the second one arrives, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, 3 days later, there's 14 tents.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting pushed away.
Right.
My friend's a photographer, and he photographed people. They were right there where all the paddle tennis courts are, everywhere, inside. And he said, "Oh my God, couldn't believe it." We came down with my daughter. We went for a walk, and I was, where are all these people that he's talking about?
It's really
Not
clean right
one.
now. It's really
All
clean
gone.
right
Yeah.
All gone.
now.
Everything
You
that-
came down yesterday, it's like,
Everything that I saw is different because I saw the handball courts and everything. There was mounds, and I guess they came through and just dump front loaders
I
and
don't know what's
just.
going on here either. Something's going on here. They've closed us off.
Oh, I see it.
Come
Yeah.
down here Sunday. It's great.
Yeah.
Such a buzz, man. It's like you go down to the skate park.
Yeah, I met one of the local guys when they tried to fill in the skate park last summer, I guess, or last year. And there was a gentleman. I was talking to 2 homeless women on the beach. We sat down and talked for a while, and she introduced me to this guy, and I got to talking to him. We went over to the skate park, and every single person was like, "Oh, hey!" They loved the guy, but I guess he was like one of the guys that stood in front of the bulldozer, and was like, no. And then he spent 4 days. He said hand shoveling all the sand out of the skate park. Yeah.
Skateboards and bikes. It's like 9:30 at night, 11 o'clock at night. Same things going on.
Yeah.
It's pretty safe.
Everyone in my feed has been saying, be careful, be careful, be careful. And I'm sure there's areas that are more dangerous.
Yeah, we are.
You know what? No, I think you be careful.
No, you've got to be.
be
Listen, you got to be. We're from Africa, so you got to be vigilant. You got to keep your eyes open. You got to
Sure.
be low profile. Don't be flashy.
Yeah, and you don't want to be like too in people's face no matter what you're doing.
Well, that as well. But you just got to be aware. You know.
Especially with what I do. I walked by a guy up here, a homeless gentleman, and he was dragging a cart, and he kind of went on a rant. He was like, "All these effing people down here filming us, yada yada." And I was like, "All right, I get it. Camera's not in your face, bud. Just I'm not here to make you feel uncomfortable."
Because a lot of the people are mentally ill, and so they're
get paranoid.
schizophrenic. They're paranoid. They think that you
Are
going to
trying to document them.
transport them up into some planet. Or,
If I had connections with interplanetary travel, trust me,
I'm out.
that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm on that next level travel right now.
Good to see you,
All right, guys, take care. Enjoy. Likewise, take care. Check out the channel, CJTV. Yeah, CJTV Media, but CJTV. CJ. Yeah, keep it as simple. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Take care. That was a good couple. I like them. One of the things to be clear about what I was mentioning is that, like, when I said that maybe I want to knock on wood before I say this, where I haven't felt threatened or in danger as I walk around down here, it could be that I'm not in an area that is dangerous. It could be that I haven't come across the wrong element. And trust me, in all my life, I've been in so many altercations in the street where it just is the wrong energy at the wrong place or right place, whatever you want to call it. And there you go. Somebody looking for trouble, somebody looking for some action. You could just be the one they're looking for just because of where you're standing. So, but it's funny because a lot of people say, they're like, "Oh, well, being live, you probably feel a lot more comfortable." You know what I mean? And I'm like, not really. Because you always get your hands full, you know what I mean? So you're always walking around holding some stuff. You don't really have a chance with something like that to just kind of like be free and loosey-goosey. But yeah, Alex, the whole Skid Row thing, people keep bringing that up. They keep talking about Skid Row. And it's interesting because it's, I mean, I feel like what I'd like to do moving forward, the next stage of what I'd like to accomplish is finding what I can do in my own small way here and bringing some kind of relief to those situations. I mean, just viewing it's one thing, but finding a way to help in whatever way it might be, implement some kind of change or relief, I think is what we're going to work on. That being said, we do have some stuff coming up. If you guys want to tune in next week and a half from now, I think it's coming up on, oh, here we go. I think I found my spot. Found my car. How about that? But creeping up here in about a week and a half, I'm teaming up with some guys down here, and we're going to be doing some, what is it? Oh, it's because, oh, I see what's up. Camera was in the way. Some work with the homeless community down in this area. So that being said, think about Vegas. It's going to be a lot like what happened in Vegas. So, but I'm sure that, sorry, I disappeared on you guys. I'm just going to put these legs down real quick. Hold up one sec. Oops, wrong ones. There's some too short coming down the street here. Rolling down the street in my 6'4". There we go. Sorry, took me a second to get my legs set up here. More back. What's up? I guess that's a positive camera. I like to think of my camera as positive, but I don't, Alex. But I want to check that out now. But man, I tell you so I think we'll wrap here in a minute. But first things first, I want to thank everyone for coming in. People that came over to Facebook, supporters. It's a huge deal. It helps me get to where I'm at and do the things I'm doing. So if you would please, anyone that's watching this on either channel, even if you are on Facebook, come on over, become a supporter. We're going to try to do more stuff, behind the scenes type stuff, and provide a little more content for things that are going to be going on in other places. And a lot of the in-between stuff too. Because hey, DJ, good looking on that again. I appreciate those bits over there. Sorry, you hear little noises, you get all jumpy. But yeah, do that. Also, set yourself up with notifications on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. If you're on Twitch, big shout out to my Twitch team over here. DJ Tesseract, you know who you are. Much love, man. For real, all of this, large in part, is compliments to what you've been able to contribute and make possible. So thank you so much. Man, but it's been a really informative night. You know what I mean? We're about 4 hours into it. I was just curious. I really wanted to find out what was going on and if it was as crazy as people said it was down here in Venice. Yes, it's got its issues, and yes, it's got problems that need to be dealt with. I don't see it as bad as it was. Again, I'm here now, and I'm not here a week ago or 2 weeks ago or yesterday even. That being said, we could all contribute in some way to help. What I did today was I brought those little food packs and some drinks, and handed those out. But we all need a chance to get up, you know what I mean? And so if there's any way you can, lift somebody up in some way, give somebody something positive to think about, or anything that you can do to help, just give them a smile for a day, man. They don't have to just be homeless. It could be anybody, Let's focus on doing that. But I love you guys. I'm gonna tune out right now and say goodnight to Venice. So much love. I'll catch you guys later.